680 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
So listen, Nailgate, I'm really torn at this whole situation. It's one of those, I really do feel like I'm in a bad murder mini-series right now where my partner is accused of something, and there's a lot of evidence pointing in his direction.
Is it Onions? Is it Onions, the movie Onions? Like they had the 3 movies with the guy formerly from Bond?
I never saw the movie Onions. I have no idea of the movie
You know
Onions.
what I'm talking about?
Nobody has any clue about Onions. What is Onions?
Like, I know what series you're talking about.
Yes, 3 different movies. It's like Batista was in the last one. It was the murder inside the house.
The Knives Out.
Yeah.
And then, all right, yeah. Onions. Like, what was the name of the first one? It was something Onion.
There's like 3 of them.
Yes.
I couldn't tell you. I never saw any of them.
Listen, they're amazing.
The Knives, they were very good movies. They were very good movies. But this is the problem. There's a lot of evidence now that is pointing in your direction. And I want to believe you. I really do. But I think people are also ignoring the evidence that is pointing in other directions.
Of course.
And so let me just lay it out. For those who don't know, yesterday we had a situation where Bart was inadvertently incriminating himself. You'll remember 2 months ago, there was the found evidence of clipped toenails or fingernails, we're not sure which, here in the studio on the floor, universally regarded as disgusting. And we could not fathom who could have possibly sat in here and done that while hosting a show or while just doing some work, while waiting for the show, whatever it was. It was in my position where I'm sitting right now. It was not where Bart was sitting.
Your position is where?
My position is right at the center.
Where all the drivers sit, right?
Yes. The drivers of the show
so away from me,
sit in this single spot.
Away from Rick.
Yep. Away from, I think Khan sits over there. Peter sits where you are.
You're the Captain Kirk.
I'm the Captain Kirk, so to speak.
You, Michael K.
Yep.
And some late night people.
And also Dave Rothenberg.
And Dave.
Yeah. So this is where the nails were found.
AKA Claws.
This is where the nails were found. Nobody ever claimed any sort of responsibility after they were initially discovered by Dan Grassa, who also, I would assume, sits in this spot.
Of course.
So
Ty Butler.
Fast forward to Ty Butler, too. Fast forward to Pat O'Keefe. Fast forward to 2 months later. Yesterday, Bart is out at Jets camp. He is doing his podcast over there and then doing the show, and he's doing the show from what is an abandoned office. Nobody is in that particular office.
Correct.
And I heard some clipping.
I didn't know you can hear it.
Yeah, no, it was loud and clear. It was clip, clip.
The good match.
Clip. So anyway, I could hear it, and it bothers me to hear you say, I didn't know you could hear that. It bothers me to hear you say that like you were trying to hide it and like, oh, maybe I didn't do a good enough job of covering my tracks there.
Oh.
But let me finish, just to set up the scenario. So when you are clipping your nails on the air, it does show us that this is something that you are capable of doing in somebody else's space.
Whoa.
Now, hang on. You're not paying rent at the Jets facility, so let's not get nuts here.
But I have ownership there.
You have ownership? Really?
Listen,
did you raise the ticket prices too?
Well,
I don't think you did.
Well, we want to get better turf. You know what I mean? We got to turf the ground for the World Cup. That costs money.
So that's up to the Jets to do.
Well, it's half Jets, half Giants.
Yeah, well, anyway.
We just want to do from the 50 in.
Anyway, here's the problem. There is now strong circumstantial evidence of you doing this very thing that people are accused of doing and then leaving the nails here. And we could never find out who did it. Now, what's working in your favor is two things. I'm going to present the case completely. The first thing that's working in your favor is when the nails were discovered, the day before was a Monday. It was the Monday of the ESPN New York golf tournament out on Long Island. So that means the previous Friday, we had also been doing the show from home. So Bart had not been at the studio for 4 days since the previous Thursday.
Preach.
And number two, also working in your favor is the fact that it was not where you sit.
Preach.
So I want to believe you, but the problem is when I see you do it in another place, that just makes it look like you're definitely capable of doing it, as I compared it to yesterday. You're accused of murder in one situation, and you completely deny it. And then 2 months later, I see you stab someone.
Yeah.
And all that tells me is you're capable of doing it.
But
so it makes me think twice about your denial the last time.
We are all capable, Chris. We all have the ability. We all clip our nails. We all, manscape a little bit. We have to.
But
whether you bite them or you clip them. But
I do bite my nails.
It's just like if somebody got hit because somebody ran a red light. Everybody at some point in their life runs a red light.
But just because they did it once in their lives doesn't mean they did it in that particular time.
Exactly. You just happened to see me run the red light.
I really want to crowdsource this on the ESPN YouTube page, and I want to crowdsource this too from calls. I want to hear from people about whether or not you believe Bart, because you completely right now are still denying any wrongdoing in any of this. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, please, if you would, lay out your case as to why someone who sees you on camera yesterday clipping your nails should not believe that you did it the last time and left those nails in this studio.
One, when I'm at the Jets facility, I'm at home. I still can go in there and get in the hot tub, go in the weight room, get a massage.
Okay.
I can get my toe. I can get my corn. I get my corn shaved down.
Okay. Can I stop you for 1 second?
Mm-hmm.
You can call it being at home. I think for the rest of us, that would be like we were at the gym. Because we can do all those things at the gym.
Correct.
Okay? I don't know that people clip their nails at the gym. I don't think they do that. It's a public space. It's not their space.
See, but it's more intimate because guess what? If you have a membership, you can go to the gym. When I take these 2 fingers and I put it on that screen, you know what it says to me? Access granted. It recognizes me.
Not like Brian Kelly, by the way, who had that happen. Access denied when he tried to go in the door on Monday.
This means that I am welcome here.
Yes.
And when I go there, I also pick up my food for the week from Chef Marcus. I am entrenched, ingrained as the fabric of that. I go in there. I use the bathroom there. I go there. I get in the hot tub. I get in the sauna. If I need my corn shaved down. That you talk about intimacy from where my surgically repaired toe get a little callus on it and it start hurting from training and running and stopping. They will go there and take that scalpel and they will take that extra skin out for your boy.
A side note for a second. Tom, if I were to ask you this, do you think the Jets, the people who do all this stuff for Bart, are like, oh, Jesus, Bart, like we're really overstepping our bounds here, are we not?
I hope Bart does something for them in return, like gives them
sure that
a
he
free
does.
meal or
I'm sure that he does. That's not the.
You know the people I've sent to Hawaii. Do you know the packages I have given?
I don't doubt for a moment
How
that
dare
Bart
you,
does
Tom?
that stuff in return.
So Bart, what you're telling me now is I help you every day. Where's my trip to Hawaii?
Hold on, what did I do? Did I pay Anthony's rent yet?
Were you supposed to?
Yeah, because he sends my paperwork out.
No, I don't.
He does my copy.
Once again, I'm not your secretary or your Google, so I don't know.
Well, when Ant gets here, I need to figure out if I was supposed to pay 2 months of his rent because of a thank you for all the things that he do when I need paperwork.
I don't doubt that you thank people, but it is like Oh, God, I got to shave down Bart's corns again. Like, seriously, are you the guy that overstays your welcome at the country club?
It is not the.
Don't you people have homes?
It is not for the faint of heart being a trainer or a doctor for the team.
I'm aware.
You got to wrap them groins. You know what I'm saying? You got the pulled, bruised tailbones. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they know things about me, and they've seen me more intimately than my wife.
So, continue to lay out your case.
Yes, correct.
Assuming you're not done yet.
Right.
Because if the defense rests right now, you're not in a good spot.
No, because, one, I don't sit in the Captain Kirk seat. 2, I hadn't been around for 4 days. 3, I'm never early. If I'm here early, I am sitting outside. I will always.
This is true.
To clip 10 fingernails, Christopher Carlin would have saw me.
I would have seen it if it happened during the show. And I would have, yeah.
So I'm never here. I'm never here early. So how can it happen anytime but the show? As soon as the show's over with, I'm out of here.
Yeah, there's a giant Bart-shaped hole in the door the second the show's over. So, I mean, there's evidence that points in your direction, in your favor, if you will. But I really would like to hear from people as to what they believe and what they don't believe. And listen, we got a lot of sports to get to. The Knicks last night, Cat, I've had enough. I get it. Yeah, the grade 2 torn whatever. What I saw was a grade 1 half-ass performance last night. 2 for 12 from the floor. I mean, please, stop. Again, with the dumb fouls, stop. We'll get to all that. We'll get to the football and the trade deadline and all that. But this is something that has been bugging me for 24 hours. And I need to know whether or not I am back in the wrong horse here. There have been too many times where I have stepped up and backed people up blindly because they were my people, only to be let down, only to be lied to, only to be made a fool of.
You know what?
And I don't want to have it happen again.
You know what? Is there a Maury Povich lie detector person that administers lie detectors tests? We need to get that person
That's a
in
great
here,
question.
and we need to put them to the test. We need to sit here, and everybody comes here, and they get a test administered.
You know what?
That's how we get to the bottom of it.
That's amazing.
That's what we do.
That's amazing. I would accept the results of a Bart lie detector test. So you are saying...
No. Not just Bart.
Oh, no, wait, hang on a
We get
second.
to the bottom of this. Everybody has to go under.
You'll do it if everybody does it.
I'll do it regardless.
Yeah.
But I want everybody to do it.
Okay.
Somebody's going down, Nino Brown. It ain't Bart Scott.
So you are more than happy
We can call
to go on a lie detector test right now.
We can call Sanford, Connecticut. Reach out to Murray's people. He'll have them down here in a minute. Bart, in regards to Nailgate, you said that you had never did it. You wasn't there. The lie detector determines that was the truth. Oh, I'm
And
a
then
run.
hit the music.
I'm a run so many laps around outside. You know how many laps I'm a run outside?
Hey, hang on. Let's do this right. Let's do this right. In the case of the toenails being cut in the studio, Bart Scott says he is not the perpetrator. Bart Scott was telling the truth.
These 3 words when you're getting busy. Whoop, there it is.
Oh, my God.
Shaka-laka, shaka-laka, shaka-laka.
Not the ball.
I told you. I'm going to run all around this thing.
You know, I think we should. You know what? You make an excellent point. I think maybe we should. It's just I have been burned so many times before because I'm a trusting person and I have my people's backs. And here's really why I have Bart's back in all of this. Because, truth be told, in virtually every situation, he's had my back. He's had my back. He's had my back publicly.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get fired. Bart tells him, you know what? I'm out. Now, this was not the reason. If they came up with a few more bucks, maybe he would have stayed.
Nah. Let me tell you.
But he said, I'm out.
Let me tell you how.
I don't like the way they treated my boy.
Told me I ain't like how they treated my boy to the tune of 6 figures. mid six figures. And guess what else I told him? It got so bad that they said, hey, Bart, we'll pay you the same amount for 2 hours for a 4-hour show. I said, hell no, I still out. Off principle, off my boy. That's how much I got my boy back.
Also, they're putting me on Get Up some, so I might be getting some first take dates as well.
I think Jason Smith in the chat put it very well. He didn't clip, you must acquit.
He did not clip. You must acquit.
You did not clip Johnny Cochran.
I open the lines for it. Open the lines. Am I being naive to this? Am I only seeing what I want to see? Or did yesterday Bart give himself up? 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. Doug in Jersey is going to start us off. Doug, what say you in Toenail Gate?
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
You that's your boy.
I know.
Why you expose him like that? No,
it's not exposing him.
Now you got wait a minute. No, let me finish. You got the morning show talking about. He's a good guy. Listen, the guy called in, he wasn't even there. Come on. He clips his nail. He's comfortable in that place. You got to understand, he's an athlete. He's always thinking of his body. He takes vitamins. When you take vitamins, your nails grow overnight.
He's drinking electrolytes.
He's trying to be hygienic, and he's getting ripped for something. He's being hygienic and caring for his body.
Yep.
And then the thing is, he's not doing it in the studio. Come on, Carl. You expose him, and then everybody's attacking him. And it's
well,
really
what am I supposed to do if you see someone stabbing someone? Are you supposed to just stand there and not say anything?
You supposed to say he ran into the knife.
If that's your boy,
Supposed to say he ran into it.
Boy code, if that's your boy, after the show, you pull him aside. You don't expose him to the public.
Yep.
What?
Well, here's the other problem. We got
way to hold me down, Doug.
Here's the problem, though, Doug. We also got 3 hours to fill. You know what I'm saying? It's called content.
You won't call on this.
No, you're right. No, you're right, Doug.
Other shows attacking you guys. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. I'll talk to you later. Hey, Bart. Hey, watch your back.
10 toes down, man. Newsflash, Claude. We ain't never been friends.
Bart, watch your back. I'll tell you, the chat in the YouTube page on ESPN New York could not be more in your favor. Could not be more in your favor.
See, but here's
Aaron
the thing.
Giddens, Chris, you were with Bart when the evidence was found. Jersey Guano, self-defense. Carlin, you broke my heart. Bart wasn't there. It wasn't me. Bart Scott is a grown man. Don't make false accusations.
Here's the thing, man. I think, listen, this has bothered us and this has lingered around long enough. It is only one way to find the truth. Knives out. We definitely need to have a polygraph test brought in.
Yeah.
And everybody sit down and answer the damn question.
I'll do it. I'll happily do it.
Yeah, let's see if the morning show want to pull up. The people that were here.
What about the afternoon show?
Damn straight the afternoon show.
What about Grassa? He's the one that found it.
Grassa. We want Ty Butler. We call it all hands on deck. It is only nobody is innocent until proven. Nobody's guilty. No, everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
We know. You know what you meant. Yeah.
No, everybody's guilty until proven innocent.
Here's Bill in the truck. What's up, Billy?
Yo, Bart, I stuck off for you, man. I defended you. I really thought it wasn't you, but you said it yourself. If you treat the Jets facility like your own home,
yes.
Who's to say you don't treat the studio like your own home? You're there every day.
I mean, you do eat your lunch in here every day.
Just about every day.
I'm never comfortable here. I'm never comfortable here.
Luxurious 5-course meals every day in there.
This is fair.
I have never squatted. I have never squatted the deuce here.
All right. Well, yeah.
Well, hold on. If you ain't pooping on company time, what is we doing here, boy?
But that's what I'm saying. Not on the clock. Not on the clock. After the clock. Never squatted the deuce here ever. This not home.
But that might have more to do with whatever your clock is, because knowing you could have a very finely tuned body clock.
You see what I eat?
I do. I do,
there,
but your body clock, I could see you being a guy that's on a schedule every day.
So you think after 4 hours, it's never been a time where I had an indication that I needed to squat the deuce? No.
I mean, look, I'm not really trying to get too far in the bowel movement conversation.
I'm just trying to talk about comfortability. Comfortability. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't look at this as home. Not yet.
But you have over at the Jets, obviously.
Yeah, bro. I've slept over there. Like, I sneak in there late after hours if I just need to get in the hot tub.
All right, listen.
But we need the lie detector.
Yes, exactly. And Billy. Ain't no coming back from this, man. For you, ain't no coming. When I'm proven innocent, and they're like, "Do you guys want to stay together?" No, Billy. We're done. We're done. When I'm proven innocent, we're done. It's like when that girlfriend find out like he was telling the truth. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. Nah, keep that same. We done.
It's over.
We done. It's over.
I was wrong, man.
You dead to me, Billy.
So we've got the polls up all over the place. We've got it up in the YouTube chat on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Bart and Carlin, go there, watch the show, contribute in the chat. We obviously will get them in there. Bart holds in 10 pounds before he gets home. Could have done without that. Bart's got the keys. Oh, my God. Wow.
Clipgate. Is that what we're calling it? Clipgate?
I guess so. And anyway, the polls are up also over on Instagram, on Bart and Carlin, and on Twitter as well, at Bart and Carlin. Is Bart innocent or is he guilty? And I think, ultimately, you have really hit the nail on the head here. What we need to do is have the lie detector test. That's it. We need a proven lie detector individual, somebody who's a licensed professional at running them, to come in here and to administer lie detector tests to everyone.
We get a sponsor. That way, and this is what we'll do for you. You'll get the exposure that you need for when you need to get the lie detector test from like infidelity and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We'll blow you up. You know what I'm saying? If you're a polygraph,
let's be clear. The only questions we're asking here are what's your name and did you do this? I don't want any other. I'm not hooked up for anything else.
Have you ever cheated on your taxes?
No, I have not. I will happily stay on the lie detector for that. Happily. All right. That's it. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. We'll get into the baseball. We'll get into the basketball from last night in a moment here with Kat. Oh, my God. And exactly who is on the list to be traded before the deadline next week and who's not. Because if you look at both teams and you're looking for untouchables, there ain't many, if there are any at all. It's all coming. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Still a busy morning in Brooklyn on the inbound Gowanus BQE, Fort Hamilton Parkway to 86th Street, then from the Belt back up towards Atlantic Avenue. Lots of slowdowns Cross Bronx West at White Plains Road, heading right back over to the George Washington Bridge. You do have delays coming into New York at the George Washington Bridge, mostly into the upper level, close to a 15 to 20 minute delay. And if you're headed for the Holland Tunnel, it's the 1 and 9 approach that's still jammed up. Still have a vehicle fire on Lodi 80 West out towards exit 63 and beyond. The right lane is currently closed. And I'm Matt Ward on 880 ESPN New York.
YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. You know what I'm saying, Tom? Listen, you can try to dig. Everybody can point the finger. You know what I'm saying? It's never as easy as they think it. You know what I'm saying? I know Chris thought he caught me red-handed.
No, I didn't. I just was alarmed in the moment. But wait a second. What are you doing? Are you clipping your nails? That's all I was doing was just asking the question because it seemed a little obvious, and because, frankly, I had a rather full-throated defense of you when people were immediately throwing accusations your way. I mean, Canty could not have been more accusatory.
Jeez.
And listen, frankly, if Canty was here, as big as he is and as big as those nails were,
Yeah.
I would have assumed it was him.
I mean, it could have been him. Could have fell out of his pocket.
There have been plenty of times where Canty feels like he's a little too comfortable in this situation. You know what I'm saying? You know?
We should slap him to the lie detector test, too. Because I wonder if he's normally trying to point the blame that he knows who did it. He wants to point the blame to me.
Well, look, hopefully we can get this ironed out. And
I can't wait.
We can clear your good name, and then we can find who really did this, because it sucks.
The reason why I want to know, is because I want to be able to pull that person accountable and say, you heard my name being slandered.
Yeah.
You heard it, and you just
but that's how these things always go down on TV, right? That people who were tossing out accusations and pointing, they're always the ones who were guilty in the end.
Yeah.
That's always how that goes. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York app, on YouTube, on the ESPN New York page. I'm watching the Knicks last night against Milwaukee, and in the first half, you're thinking, man, this is pretty damn good. This is not bad at all. I can get used to watching this when you score 70 points in the first half. I'm thinking, okay, this is, you're making some real progress here early in the season. And it's off to a good start against a schedule that included Cleveland, Boston, and Milwaukee. And then in the second half, it was just a disappearing act. And I just want to start here. I really don't understand, and maybe you can enlighten me, how many times in his career it's been talked about, but just how many times within the last year it has been talked about here with Karl-Anthony Towns and the amount of stupid fouls, meaningless fouls that he just takes out of nowhere. And to me, it's almost even funnier when you get new broadcasters doing the game, and they're like,
for the first time.
Why would you do that? Like Reggie and Jamal Crawford last night. Like, that's just unnecessary. Why would you do that? Yeah, this is what we see all the time. Why does this continue? He has even talked about the fact that he needs to take less dumb fouls.
Yeah.
And yet it keeps on happening. What am I missing here?
I mean, I don't know if it's a result of him being out of shape or him not, playing the defensive rotations at times. We know that he's frustrated, and it had to be extra difficult for him, the fact that yesterday he was playing the guy that everybody wished was in his uniform.
Yeah.
And we would ship him out in a heartbeat. That had to be difficult for him, and then that guy's having a great game and doing what he always – and he's showing the separation between what you are and what I am. See, it's the thing between, like, Cat is a star. Giannis is a superstar, generational talent.
Yeah.
And
top 5 player in the league.
Yeah. Sometimes that's tough to swallow when you think that you're the greatest shooting big man in the history of the game. And you believe that you are a really good all NBA first team caliber player, and like I don't think it's anybody that would not only say I'll take Giannis over Cat. They're saying that if you take Giannis over Cat, you got to send more to Milwaukee because Cat ain't even close to that.
Not even close.
So that has to hurt. So then you get in the game and he's trying to figure out this new offense. Remember last year how we said that this team was going to come together around the Christmas break? I feel like now they're defining roles, and guys who get the ball first are out in front because they can facilitate their own offense because the ball touches them first. And Cat is a guy that's codependent on being able to get somebody to give him the ball after they bring it up the court. So I know that has to be difficult for him, the fact that he only got I know he played 35 minutes, but he got 12 shots up.
He's 2 for 12.
Yeah, but shooters shoot though. Like Brunson put up 25 shots. And
so you're putting this on Brunson, or you're putting it on Cat for not taking enough shots?
Well, you got it. Well, much like the postseason, it's up to Brunson to facilitate the offense to get Cat involved, right? You got to get him touches early. You got to know your big man, and in turn, Cat has to run the floor and he has to play great defense to earn the ball, right? The ball seeks energy. And right now, it just seems like it's more on Cat's mind than just basketball. You can see, we got the injury. I'm glad he self-reported. That's rare.
And keeps reminding us.
Yeah, I mean, and that's because of an excuse because you're not playing well or not playing dominant. And he self-reported that, but he's talked about, and he had to have heard all the things that was being said about him in the offseason when Giannis expressed if he does leave Milwaukee, he wants to be a Knick.
Yeah, and last night Giannis was asked about it, and he said, "Who said that? New York reporter, blah, 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 blah," shooting it down. We all know it's true.
Yeah.
I've been telling you for months that's been the case. And if I'm hearing it, I'm not exactly Shams, and if I'm hearing it from people around the situation, it's going on. So here is a little more of Cat last night on his learning curve in the new offense. This should be good.
I got to do whatever is needed to win. First half I played how we needed me to play, and the game I felt switched up, and I tried to get going just in case we needed me, and I just didn't make a shot. So I pressed a little bit too much today. I had more experience than to do that, but I didn't do what we needed to do to win tonight, and that's on me. And I take full responsibility on that. Accountability is something big in this locker room, and I always will do that.
Yeah, he'll always do that publicly.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't have any issues with anything he said right there. Do you feel like just in the way he's handling himself, though, that there's a little bit of sulking in this?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't – I don't know if it's – I'm trying to figure out how I fit in the new offense.
Well, that's what he said. He said he doesn't know where he fits in this new offense.
Yeah. So who is that up to at this point? Isn't that on Mike Brown to – hey, work with him here? This is how this is going to work. Or is it at this level, is it on Cat to figure it out on his own?
No, it's never on Cat to figure it out on his own because, like I said, he's a codependent position, right? He needs the coach to, one, put the plays up there, but he also needs the coach, the point guard to call his play and to get him involved. And is he going to go back to being the Cat that shoots 4 or 5 threes? I know that Mike Brown, his philosophy is that the ball touches the paint and it finds the shooters. Mm-hmm. Well, is Cat the guy who makes the ball touch the paint and then he finds the shooters? Or are we going to have somebody else take it into the paint and then find the shooters on the outside?
I just can't have a situation where he's going to be sulking for the first couple of months of the season. Because you're in a tough enough spot of really trying to figure out how this whole offense is going to work to begin with. And if you have a guy that's not happy with how it's going, to me, it's very clear. It's not like this offense is going to work actively to limit his touches. I don't believe that to be the case. I believe if Cat wants to get 20 shots up, he can get 20 shots up. Do you think he's going to be limited at all in that?
Yeah, but 20 good shots? That's the key. Like he can get 20 shots if he wants to sit at the three-point line because people are going to play off. They'll give him that shot unless he starts knocking them down. So far, to work against my point, so far his field goal attempts have been in the mid-teens. Yeah.
So
if he's your second-best player, I feel like Bridges feels emboldened and empowered because remember last year it was about Bridges feeling like he – didn't get opportunities to shoot the ball. He was the odd man out, right, coming in, and Cat was getting all the shots. Now Bridges is just letting it fly.
Here's the number that's alarming right now. Cat for his career, as you would expect, 52% from the floor, as you would expect.
Yep.
35% this year to start the season. 35%. And that, through 4 games, is on a total of, how many? 26, 60 some shots.
Yeah.
So
it should never be a game where Karl-Anthony Towns doesn't have double-digit points.
He has not had a game so far where he has ended up even shooting 50% yet in the game. And I'm just not sure what to blame that on. In the Boston game, he went for 26 and 13, but he only shot 6 of 16 and 4 of them were threes. He just got to the line a ton. I don't know, man. Like, him sitting and sulking just feels like it's going to be counterproductive, and it's going to be too much of a story at the early part of this season.
The thing is, things change, and even though basketball, they've only played 4 games, And things change fast in basketball because you look up 2-3 weeks, can find his groove. I still think that he's trying to get his sea legs underneath him. I don't know what kind of conditioning he's in. I don't know how he showed up for camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know what the results of camp was, how he's feeling.
Are we really still talking about all this kind of stuff? Like, I don't know how he showed up for camp. I don't know what are we doing? Like, you're sulking all summer because you might get traded?
I mean, I didn't see him come in and people were talking about him like Luka, right? Because, that's what we were talking about with Cat. Like, he had to be in championship shape. And we know that Luka went out.
Nobody said that so far.
Right. And nobody's mentioned that.
Yeah. Bart Carlin, I was trying to come up with something for Luka, but, I don't want to be accusatory either. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app in moments. The man who drafted Nick Mangold will join us, and we'll discuss not just his memories of Nick, but also everything going on around the league. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
When they get the stop there and the game is over, it's that moment where you just kind of laugh like, it finally happened. They finally won a game. Madness. And then you look at Fields and go, where the hell has this been? And maybe that's the problem, is his ceiling and his floor. There's such a huge gap between them. And the problem is he never plays in the middle.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
Like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE, back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like, D'Agostino, law, bite back?
Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Holding. Defense.
The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
As he does each week, it's time to talk to Mike Tannenbaum at 10:45 on a Wednesday. It is the Mike Tannenbaum Report, brought to you by Samwell Institute for Pain Management. Mike, of course, ESPN NFL front office insider, former Jet and Dolphin executive. And Mike is the man that drafted Nick Mangold. And, Mike, we want to start there. First of all, just want to get what your reaction was. I mean, we all know how terribly sad it was, but when you heard of Nick's passing, what were the first things that you thought about of when you think of the name Nick Mangold?
Yeah, great to be with you guys. And Chris, it was stunning. Like, I was stunned like everybody else, just gone way too soon, 41 years old, 4 young children. And, I was fortunate to be with the Jets as GM when we drafted him. And, Nick was just a special guy, as I know Bart knows, but he was tough. He was smart. He made things loose when they should be loose. And there's no way we have anywhere close to the success we had during that era without Nick Mangold. And it's just unbelievable that he's no longer with us at 41.
Mike, I made this comment when we were talking about this the other day. I just want to go back to your evaluation process of him when he was at Ohio State. And I only say this because this is the only time I've ever had this happen. I watch games like a fan. And I went to an Ohio State game in 2005 and saw Nick Mangold absolutely destroy the Iowa defensive line, so much so that a fan couldn't help but notice it. Tell me about what your evaluation process was like when you first met him, all those kinds of things as you're considering drafting him.
Yeah, I think the best thing I could do is probably start off with a story about it. So it was the 06 draft. We took the Birkinshaw-Ferguson with the 4th pick overall, which we felt great about, and obviously that turned out to be a really good decision. And then our next pick was also in the first round. It was the 29th pick. And we had Nick Mangold high up on our board because of some of the things you already said, that he was strong, he was athletic. And at 29 in the first round, remarkably, he was there. And we drafted him, obviously. And quickly thereafter, I got a call from Ozzie Newsome, who was the long-time general manager of the Ravens, Hall of Fame player, arguably. Ozzie had a Hall of Fame front office career as well. And he said, Mike, you are one lucky SOB. I'm like, what are you talking about, Ozzie? He said, look, at 13, we drafted Haloti Ngata, but our draft room was 51% Haloti Ngata and 49% Nick Mangold. And he's like, it makes no sense whatsoever that it was a coin toss in our draft room at 13 to take Nick Mangold, and inexplicably he fell all the way to 29.
Wow. Mike, when you're thinking about the fun, do you have any of the fun stories, the things about him just that really, you said kept it loose when he needed to keep it loose, but, whether it's during those years when the Jets had their most success in 09 and 10, just the traits of him, any funny stories that you can kind of remember about Nick?
Yeah, well, one of them was, like, to be candid, a selfless story. His sister was in the Olympics, and in London, he didn't want to leave the team, and Rick said, you're going. Like, it's mandatory that you go. And, here's like, literally a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for his sister. But typical of Nick, he wanted to put the team first. And he was so smart. Bill Callahan, for a lot of those years, was our offensive line coach. And, he would just talk about, like, Nick was really the quarterback with the run game, the protections. And when you have a young quarterback like Mark Sanchez that we had, and you could take a lot of that off his plate, it really made a huge difference. So, Nick just did so many things that never showed up in the stat sheet, but we were just so fortunate to have him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know. We are always on paths, and I was able to play against Nick as a member of the Ravens and said, hey, man, this young kid is young, and this team is young. I think Curtis Martin was still the running back there. I think we played when you guys came down to Baltimore, and I just was in awe of just how strong he was because he's built like a fire hydrant, man, just a stretched out one. You know what I mean? And he was so smart and so witty. He kept everything loose, and he really was the leader of that offensive line. And you can see guys like Damon Woody and guys like Alan Faneca kind of leaning to him and knowing that he had it, that they didn't have to step in and be leaders, that they were natural leaders. But when they came here, we all assume our positions, and we was like, no worry, Nick got that side handled. We can do something else. We can be motivators on the other side because Nick has got the leadership and he's got the ear of everybody and the respect of everybody. Just think he had to go against Vince Wilfork. It was like never anybody that we was like, all right, well, Nick's going to have a tough time. Let's give him help. I don't care if it was us going against the Ravens and Haloti was over there or Vince Wilfork, and we know what a load that could be. It was just like, Casey Hampton. We're like, we good. Nick got it. We
Right.
straight.
Yeah, that's really well said, Bart. And when you can do that and nullify like what then is your opponent's best defensive lineman and double team or whatever it needs to be, like that's the luxury that somebody Nick provided for so many years. And again, like he would get us out of the wrong play, the right play. He would get us into the right protection. So much of that offense was check with me, and we were just lucky because again, like. Those are things that fans couldn't know. Those are things that fans can't see. But when you talk to people like yourself or the Damian Woodies of the world, like they would just tell you like what a great teammate, how smart he was, and again like he was such a great problem solver. And then his personality was very authentic.
Well, Mike, I know we're obviously all thinking about him and his family right now and what they're going through, and I'm glad we got a chance to talk to you about that for a couple of minutes. And it feels odd, but we will make the transition here a little bit with the trade deadline coming up. It's Mike Tannenbaum. He, of course, is ESPN NFL front office insider. And Bart and I, we're going to have some discussions today around the Jets and Giants and exactly how far down the list it goes that you're going to open up possibly making trades. So let's start on the Jets side. If you're the GM right now, tell me about what the process is like as you're taking calls leading up to this and kind of where the cut line for you might be of like, you're going to get a call on guys that you just don't want to trade. Where does that line kind of fall with the Jets right now?
Yeah, I think you have to look at it over like a 2-year view. And what I mean by that, guys, like you have to say like, okay, where's this team next year? So if player X is in the mix for next year, like we should probably not trade him. Like, look, we hope they win as many games as possible, but at the end of the day, does it really matter if the Jets win 3 games this year, 6 games? This is year one of what we hope to believe is a long-term situation. So to me, this is much about, is the player under contract for next year? Will he be? If not, then we should probably think about moving on. Look, there's always the sense of like, well, you could get a compensatory pick. It's not that easy because in the compensatory draft system, guys, like there's a netting out process, meaning if you sign a player, that's going to offset what you may be able to get from a player leaving. So if a player is not in the mix for next year, Chris, I would certainly consider it.
Mike, take a look at this. When you look at guys like on the Giants, there's been some criticism this week of someone like Dexter Lawrence, and he's obviously a tremendous player. If you're the Giants, are you even entertaining calls on Dexter Lawrence, even if he has not played up to his potential this year, as some believe?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I just think those guys are so hard to find, and Bart knows that. Ironically, we already talked about Haloti Ngata, but guys like him and Vita Vea, when they're big and they're athletic and they can move, like they may have a bad game or two, but like to me, like I would move on. Those guys are so hard to find. Guys that can collapse the pocket, like make it noisy for the quarterback, stop the run. Unless I got something that was, just incredible, Chris, I wouldn't.
What about guys out there like Jeffrey Simmons, right? For a team that seems like the Titans, that they're so far away from winning that he's kind of at the end of his career. At what point do you say, and that's why when you look at Sexy Dex, you sometimes, and also Quentin Williams, like the losing takes a toll after a while, especially somebody that's come from like a winning organization like the University of Alabama. And we saw it here with Jamal Adams. It just kind of takes their will away. And, before you know it, they're not the same person or the same player that they were because, they're so beaten down by the losing. So at what point would you talk to Dexter and say, hey, what's going on here? Because, those are some damning words from Carl Banks. For a guy like Carl Banks to say what he said and a guy that's still tied in with the organization, that's saying a mouthful. So at what point do you go to these guys and see if you can get something for them that's worth it? And if I heard you right, it takes a lot to find players like that, and you have to hold on to them when you can. But if they're not happy, then what do you do?
Bart, to me, part of your job description is you really have to become, the chief problem-solving officer, whether you're the head coach, whether you're the GM. And sometimes, as you know, Bart, you got to bring somebody into your office and say, hey, we are, we have the same goals here. We're trying to win a championship, and you're not playing to the level that and we know you can. What's going on, and how can we help you get there? I think you try to take every reasonable step possible before you consider moving on, because again, I think the easy decision is say, hey, we're going to trade this player or that player. The more fundamental question is those guys are really, really hard to find and really hard to replace.
Mike, listen, we appreciate it. Good stuff, and we'll talk to you right up against the deadline next week, right after the deadline next week. We appreciate a few minutes as always, and thanks for the thoughts on Nick, too. I know it's a tough time for you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity to discuss it, and as always, great to be with you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, that's Mike Tannenbaum. That was the Mike Tannenbaum Report, brought to you by Samuel Institute for Pain Management. For a pain-free life, visit SamuelPain.com today. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to KeepMyNetworks.com to keep ESPN.
This is the Michael Kay Show.
So I'm glad for Justin Fields. The bottom line is he went out on the field and he performed. He was challenged by the owner. He was embarrassed by the owner. And you know what? Now, Woody should be embarrassed because Woody can't sit there and take credit for motivating Justin Fields. Justin Fields can motivate himself. If anything, you could have taken the heart out of a lesser person. You could have completely crushed the spirit of a lesser person. But this guy had his best game.
The Michael Kay Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education, with grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
Now, look, I am not one to tell people how to spend their money, but I would be a little bit annoyed by now if I were Jet fans. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. That in 30 seconds. First off, though, want to remind you that ESPN New York is giving you the chance to experience UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden on November the 15th. One grand prize winner and a guest are going to score tickets to the ESPN New York suite, hosted by Peter Rosenberg. Enjoy the energy of the Garden, the comfort of a private suite, and the world-class UFC action alongside... I'm sorry. One of New York's biggest sports personalities. I'm sorry.
The biggest boss, Ricky Rose.
I almost snorted up onto the microphone. Oh my God! Wow.
If they want one of the biggest personalities, they should have invited you, Chris.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Tom. Thanks for that.
See you, Tizan.
Appreciate that a lot. Making the fat joke. To enter, find the contest tile on the ESPN New York app. What are you all of a sudden, Rosenberg's agent? Enter from the contest tile on the ESPN New York app to submit your entry. Brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of UFC. I kind of had an idea that this was coming, and the timing of it is just atrocious. The Jets are raising season ticket prices for the 2026 season.
Yeah, baby.
And as you would expect, there are fans who are upset. Now, let's lay this out factually from what we know, okay? The Jets, first of all, had only 8 home games this year at MetLife. Next year, they have 9. So part of what they have said, because of the 17-game schedule, part of what the Jets' defense here is, well, we have a 9th home game next year, which we do not have this year. Okay?
So you pay more money, but you get an extra.
Well, hang on. So the Jets and their spokesman said the increase for season tickets comes out to an average of 3.5% throughout the entirety of MetLife Stadium. Also said that prices for entire sections of upper deck seating and lower end zone seating, the more affordable seats, are not increasing at all. Person said that 56% of the building went up between $5 and $10 per seat. And, you know, they're going to point to the Coaches Club premium seating next year. Alcohol is going to be included in the ticket.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, okay. So this is all of the Jet talking points that I want to make sure that I get out there so I can't be accused of not presenting the Jet side of this.
It's a bundle.
The Jet spokesman, this is in the New York Post, says this is normal procedure for us to send the ticket notices out at this time of year so fans can start the payment plans that they need to for next year. Quote, the first thing people have to look at is last year they didn't pay for a full season of home games because of the London game, meaning this year, so ticket prices were reduced by one game. Hang on a second. For the last, now 5 years, 22, 23, 24, 25, and now 26, the Jets have raised season ticket prices. There were years where there were 9 games in there. There were years where there were 8 games in there. Ticket prices still went up, season ticket prices. The Jet fan, I'm not talking about the corporations. We know the corporations who are shelling out the money, that they use it for entertainment, and a lot of that's the high-end coaches club stuff. I just cannot take 2 aspects of this. This team has not made the playoffs in 15 years now. 15 consecutive years. And you're raising prices for 5 straight years. You have had to fight through and, frankly, been in positions where you've been worse at times. This year, with all of the hope that you were selling, you started at 0-7. And so that is a bit problematic too. And then it's a coincidence that you wait until you win your first game to actually send out the renewals. Is that coincidence? I think not.
Who's doing a bye week?
Yeah. Look, I understand what's going on in the league. I understand that other people are raising their prices too, and the Jets may tell you it's commensurate with what other teams are doing. What the Jets are doing is not commensurate with what other teams are doing. The Jets consistently lose more than anybody else out there. And you consistently ask people to pay more for that. You are taking advantage of their loyalty. Life is completely unfair, and I get that ticket prices go up, and I shouldn't be outraged. But when I look around, and this, I had season tickets for a year or 2 with them back in the day. I don't anymore, frankly, because I just didn't go to the games enough.
Renew it. Come back, Chris.
At this point, I will not be.
Come back, Chris.
But that's just me. I'm not going to tell anybody how to spend their money. But I'm very curious as to how Jet fans feel if your prices have gone up, how you can feel about this. Because to me, the biggest issue in all of it is it speaks to a remarkable tone deafness from the owner. And last year, when he was asked about this, I went back looking for Woody quotes addressing this when it has come up before. It's the price of doing business. Okay, it's the price of doing business. You've hired bad coaches, so we're paying for that now. We're paying for your bad decisions that have gone along the way. Or we're paying for Christopher's bad decision in hiring Robert Saleh. Because I know, God forbid, no, that wasn't Woody. Woody didn't hire him. Woody's made plenty of bad decisions with hiring coaches. So we're paying for your mistakes. I shouldn't say we. I'm not one of them. I would just be bothered completely if you're going to continue to raise the price for me to go to your game when you consistently lose. You consistently lose. And you would think by now you would have fallen into a playoff season. It's beyond insulting to me to do that, but I get it. Ultimately, are people going to pay for it? If they do, there's nothing that's going to stop them from doing it. They might be upset, but there's nothing that's going to stop them from raising the prices until you tell them you're not going to pay for it.
Well, you think if you paid this year, this should be the worst that the team is ever going to be under Glenn. He'll be in his second year. He'll make adjustments. He'll bring in new guys. But, much like everything, and, I've kind of just come to the realization of inflation is just going to happen every year. Like every year I go buy the same thing. I buy some of the same type of clothes from my clothing stores. And I can remember like a pair of pants that I used to get 5 years ago. When they get old, I go buy the same pants. They're just staples in my wardrobe. They've probably gone up 20% from when I first started buying them. I remember, and I don't want to get into the whole gas thing, but I remember when I was in high school, shoot, $10 got you 10 gallons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was right on par, right? And now it's triple that. You know, and I would think that they're raising them based on trying to keep up with other stadiums as far as the product that you put out there, not the players and the coaches, but the fan experience when you get there. Now, I do appreciate what Arthur Blank has done. The ticket prices go up, the food doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's tough too because with the tariffs and all that stuff, the cost of food and beef and stuff like that may shoot up, and they may have to make you pay that way. But I do like the fact that, like, Arizona iced tea has been 99 cents forever, right? Didn't go up. That lets you know that it is profit still in what you're doing. And I like the fact that you can still go to Costco's and get that hot dog or that pizza, and it's the same, damn near the same price that it's been for the last 20 years. So if I would implore the Jets to do anything, I would say, hey, maybe the concession or maybe the parking.
Well, the parking, I laid off this a few weeks ago because there were stories out there about the parking and about some people paying $100 to park.
Yeah.
And now, to me, that felt like something I wasn't going to go after because I don't know what's going on there.
The
I don't know.
tailgate got 5 or 6 spots.
I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's one bad apple saying, hey, I'll get you in here. It's $100. It's $100 a park, and you're pocketing 60 of it. I don't know what it is. I went to the Jet game. I went to the opener against Pittsburgh, and I hung out with a lot of fans. The Gotham City crew had me over to their tailgate, okay? These are not corporate people.
Right.
These are not the people who are getting the tickets for free. What bothers me the most about all of this is you are asking the people who now have limited disposable income.
Yeah.
We don't need to get into the politics of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But what Bart said in terms of inflation, everything.
AI automation, man. You see UPS, 48,000 people laid off just like nothing.
Like without even blinking. You know, jobs being eliminated consistently. People just trying to hold on for dear life. And look, I am not putting myself into this situation of trying to compare myself to being in that because I am in such a fortunate spot. But I don't know about anybody else. Like, my first thought at my age in my early 50s is making sure I can get to the finish line. Is hoping in what I would call an unstable industry that I can have a job to get there. I think a lot of people in every industry right now feel that way. And then the passionate ones who are spending their disposable income to go to these games, and they continue to get kicked in the teeth. And the same things continue to happen. And they have the goal to raise the tickets 5 years in a row. Can you lay off 1 year? Would that kill you? Honestly, would that kill you? Can you lay off not sending out the letter the day after you win your first game? Because whether or not, like, that's just when we always do it at this time of year. You can't wait another week or two? You couldn't wait another week or two to do that. Like, it all just looks entirely too convenient. I'm going to share a story. I was in Philadelphia. I worked in Philadelphia in 2016. The Sixers were awful, okay? It was Ben Simmons' rookie year. Mm-hmm. Everybody was excited about him. He was out, but they had not announced that he was out for the year. Joel Embiid got hurt again, but they weren't saying he was out for the year. He got hurt mid-season.
Yeah.
They were just starting to show signs of life. It was Embiid's first year that he actually played after he missed the first 2 years. So Embiid gets hurt again. The Sixers, in the middle of the season, have these two guys who are out at the moment, but they're not saying anything about what the future is. They have their season ticket deadline, I want to say, and I'm just going to say, for argument's sake, it happened in late January, early February for the following year. They set the deadline. Come see Simmons. Come see Embiid. Unbelievable time. You'll have so much fun. Bang. Season ticket renewal deadline. 3 days later, they announce that the two of them are out for the rest of that season. Coincidence? No. We get it. Teams are going to gouge you at every turn. Is there not just one little sense of having a conscience when you have been a horrible team for 15 years? When the guy sitting next to me, and you have relationships with the team, I certainly do not want to put you in any bad spot here. But the last time you were in the playoffs, this dude was the biggest reason why, or one of the biggest reasons why. The last time. And you're going to raise ticket prices 5 consecutive years. That takes gall. That takes ridiculous gall. But I don't want to tell you how to spend your money. If you're going to spend it and you're going to continue to have your devotion to it, well, that's your prerogative, certainly. But I really want to hear from Jet fans as to know how they are feeling about this right now. Is anything I'm saying, do you feel unfair?
No, it doesn't. I mean, that's always the cost when you're asking, like, why is something going up? I mean, I go to the movies like, yo, what the hell am I paying for? Like, I mean, you go to the movies and you go to concession, you like, hold up, man. Am I seeing a Broadway show? Like, you go there, you get some what they do with the chicken tenders, but they don't come with fries and a drink, so you got to get the drink separately. But if you get another combo, like, bro, like, come on, man. Y'all killing me with this.
Like, you're talking about the concessions.
Yes.
We all know for a fact that soda, to concession stands, what they pay for soda, they charge you, let's just say, for a like medium $12. Soda. All right, let's say for a large soda, it's $8. That soda actually costs them about 25 cents.
Right.
That one soda probably cost them about 25 cents to make. All I'm saying is be reasonable. We all understand the ticket prices go up.
Yeah.
We all understand that that's just a part of society. But look around, and all I'm asking you to do is read the freaking room. Because the Jet fan room right now, the energy sucks. And I can't blame them one bit.
I guess what I would ask on the flip side, same stadium, same operating costs. Did the tickets go up for the Giants?
I don't know. And if they did, shame on them because they've been pretty bad for a long time.
Right.
There haven't been any stories
that's
about
apples
it.
That's apples to apples.
It is.
If you're a Giant fan and you're a Giants season ticket holder, are your ticket prices going up next year too?
I'd like to know that. I don't know the answer to that, and I should.
Because if that's the case, then maybe it's a reason why maybe operations are going up, maybe expectations for like what the overhead is going to be. Because as a businessman, you always got to figure out what your profit margins are, right? And you nobody's in business to lose. And I know that the Jets and the Giants are one of the highest valued franchises, right?
Yep.
So
they just sold 10% of it for $1 billion. The Giants did.
Okay.
So that's valuing the entirety of the franchise at $10 billion.
Yeah.
So
and I think the Jets are worth $16 billion. So I think their valuation is actually worth more because I think the Jets, last I checked, was worth 16 or something like that. Maybe it was 6. Oh, 6 or 16. Big difference.
It's just 5 years in a row. 5 years in a row.
So, but how much percent is it each year? Is it 3% each year? And so, like, and you go over, it's 50. It's up 15%.
They're saying overall this year, for everybody, it's an average of 3 to 5% for the places where it is going up, and it's not going up everywhere.
Okay, so certain tickets, you got tickets up in the nosebleeds, you're good.
I don't know what sections upstairs. There's also some sections downstairs. My bigger issue is not that prices are going up. It's that they're going up for the 5th consecutive year when you haven't made the playoffs in 15 years. And I get it.
So if they make the playoffs the next year, should they raise prices?
How about just for this year? How about when you're not making the playoffs for as long as you have, you lay off for a year? That's all I'm saying. I'm not a dummy. I'm not going to scream and yell. I understand how business works. But you're an idiot if you don't look around and see what the imbalance is between the haves and the have-nots. Politics aside, all right? There's a lot of things that are working toward the favors of billionaires right now. Yeah. Again, I don't care what your politics are. That's just fact. So maybe when you are one of those billionaires and you have a fan base that has beyond been loyal, you don't stick it to them every chance you get. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Fair enough.
Let's hear from a few. First of all, now this guy is always all over social media about this. And I have to say, I'm just going to tell you in advance, I'm going to take this with a little bit of a grain of salt. Because Brian in Martinsville you're always all over the place on this thing. And I know how angry you are about it. So please lay out your case. And according to Art Stapleton, at least for this season, the Giants did not increase prices. That's what Art Stapleton's reporting. Brian, what's up?
What's going on, boys? So I wrote a letter a couple weeks ago to my rep Roberto, and it's not about the money right now. The money, I hope no family is leaving food off their plates to go to Jet games.
I don't think anybody's doing that. This is the limited disposable income that people have and how they choose to spend it.
And it's the time. I mean, I was a partial season ticket holder to the Rangers when I lived in the city as well as the Jets. And that letter, the acknowledgement to the fans is what my letter was about, asking Woody for. And I know we talked about this weeks ago, and you were saying Woody's not going to address and why should he? But here's the thing. That letter to the Ranger fans talking about the rebuild went a long way.
It did.
My brother was a partial ticket holder to the Knicks. When they froze season tickets and said, you know what, just bear with us, we're going. It went a long way. And that's where my biggest gripe is. My tickets went up 4% almost. And it's a kick to the gut. I mean, it's the time. It is the time that I'm there at 8 a.m. and I'm there through the whole game all year, missing sports activities with my kids. And look, I know it's a choice. I know I have problems, but I remember the year Santa Claus brought season tickets to me. Now I'm playing Santa Claus for my kids. I mean, it is just, I want some acknowledgement, and it's not going to happen, and I have to make that decision with my family. But it's more than the product on the field, and it just seems that Woody doesn't get it.
Listen, I think you bring up a more than fair point about that. That you don't – Woody's not going to answer questions about it. It's not going to happen because he doesn't have to. They can just continue to do whatever they want to do. Where is the benefit for them of Woody answering questions to the fans right now?
Well, I think the benefit of him answering questions to the fans is that it makes the fans feel like their words and thoughts and feelings are being heard. And sometimes people just want to be heard and feel like that they're seen. And that can go a long way with any owner in any business, right? I see you. I understand. I may not give you the result that you want, but I do take it into consideration. But maybe this is a bit why we're doing this, because we're planning this or we got to do this, right? Like when you grow up in the hood and you go to the church, it seems like the church always got a building fund, a roof fund, some type of fund going on. Yeah. And it's like the church, nobody wants to give their extra money that they barely have to help the pastor who, you own the building, you good, you eating, I'm not. So why should I give you my little money, right, when you got a lot of money? So if anybody should take an L, you should take the L because you got a lot of money. It ain't going to break you. It may break me. But it may go a long way to being heard. I remember we talked about when that letter came out from the Rangers fans saying about the rebuild process and what they were doing. It was just acknowledgement that we hear you.
Yes.
And that we feel you. And
it's a sign of respect.
Right, and that's all. And, maybe eventually, maybe it gets addressed. Maybe it doesn't.
Listen, if you had just a meeting with the owner and groups of season ticket holders and media not there or whatever, that would go a long way. When I say what benefit is it to them, let's just call it what it is. Every time Woody speaks publicly, it doesn't come out the right way. It just doesn't. Look at what happened last week. He destroys the quarterback, and he doesn't even realize that he's destroying the quarterback. So that's what I mean when I say Woody speaking publicly doesn't help them. I'm sure that's exactly how they feel. In fact, I know in some cases they would much rather employ the Garden mentality of, we don't have to talk to you at all. We're not going to do that at all. But at least the Garden, at least the Garden has done things like that.
Yeah.
Has held back at least on increasing a season ticket. And that's all. I'm not asking you not to go for my ticket prices, and I'm not telling people not to spend the money, because you do with your money what you want to do. And frankly, I've done it before, briefly as season ticket holders for different teams, and it's been cool. It's been fun, but I'd never tell anybody to do it, to not do it. I don't like it when there is just not a need to continue to gouge people for anything other than greed. That's it. 15 years, guys. And you're gonna raise ticket prices 5 years in a row. And they won't be happy about it, but and I'm sure that this will basically be a blip on the radar for them. Me talking about it is not going to all of a sudden cause a giant outrage among fans, and there's going to be boycotts and anything like that. I'm under no delusion. All I'm just saying is the right thing, and I would really be curious as to how fans feel about it. At 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. We've got some calls up on it. We will get to you. We will also have audio files coming in a bit. We also have sideline to sideline coming up in a bit. So, yes, there is quite a bit, in fact. New York soccer fans, though, the Audi 2025 MLS Cup playoffs are here on Saturday, November 1st. New York City FC returns to Yankee Stadium for Game 2 of their best-of-3 series against Charlotte FC. Kickoff is set for 3:30 p.m. For your chance to be there, enter now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app. Just click the contest tab and submit your entry. Don't miss the opportunity to experience playoff soccer as the boys in blue begin their chase for the cup. Tickets are available now at Ticketmaster.com/NYCFC. You can chime in with your comments on the ESPN New York YouTube page as well, and also at 800-919-3776.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino & Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
The fall is here and Halloween's right around the corner, which means the cold weather is coming. And that's why now's the time to fill up with Romeo's Fuel. Fill up before it gets too cold. Now is the best time because prices are still so low. Romeo's Fuel makes it easy for you to keep your house comfortable and warm in the coldest months. Get discount home heating oil from the best in the business. Order online at romeosfuel.com for the best and lowest price on home heating oil. That's romeosfuel.com, romeosfuel.com, romeosfuel.com.
To the net. Score!
The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat. Score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino. Download it.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Calls are rolling in, 800-919-3776 on the Jets season ticket raising prices issue. First, Bart has this from Samuel before we hit the calls and also before we hit some audio files. What do you got, Handsome?
Yeah, man, listen up, New York. It's football season. You know it's football season. You should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch could feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no recovery, no pain medication. Just precise image, non-surgical, image-guided treatments that will get you real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck, back, pain to migraine, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. He also builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same-day or next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Here's the problem with the YouTube right now.
Tubi.
When they cut to your shot, they can't help but have my giant head in it. It is.
That's
my
spotlight. That's my spotlight.
Well,
you notice I turn the light on.
It's like when Paulie Walnuts would hold that shield out in front of himself when he was tanning in front of Satriali's. That's what my head is like for you. It shines all the white light to your direction.
See, look right there. You see how right there I always got that it's like the sun following me. It's like it always move on my forehead when I move. You put me in good lighting, man. Got me out here not looking like Charlie Murphy.
Audio files, go.
The audio file.
Tom Bauer is here. Tom, what do we have?
Well, gentlemen, let's start out with last night and the New York Knicks. So obviously we talked about Karl-Anthony Towns earlier, and part of the reason he might be struggling is maybe he needs to acclimate toward his new coach's offense. But let's ask the head coach himself what he thinks Cat needs to get work on.
I promise you,
if we do the things that we're talking about offensively in terms of our staples, Cat's going to be more than fine. He's going to be more than fine. But whatever comes his way that night, whatever comes Jalen's way that night, whatever comes OG's way that night, they just got to embrace it. But we got to play with a little bit of pace, all of us individually. And I've talked to Cat about it. One of the things that is hard, or it's hard on us or him as an individual, is if you don't play with pace in certain areas, then you're going to get denied, pushed out. And now you're catching way out on the floor. Cat's got to figure out how to play with a little bit of pace. And he doesn't have to be Ariel or Mitch or anything like that. A little bit of pace within what we do, so now he can catch and he can make quick decisions with the basketball.
In other words, get your ass down the floor.
Get your ass in shape. That's what the translation is. Damn, Aiden Hutchinson. We'll get back to that later. But that's the translation.
How much did Hutchinson just get?
That's got to be $45 million a year.
4 for 180?
Yes, that got to be
That's exactly $45 million a year. Aiden Hutchinson just got 4 for 180.
Take that, TJ Watt. I get real sacks.
Wow. Anyway, that's exactly what that is. Get your fat ass up and
remember,
down
that's
the
what
floor.
we talked about. We didn't hear, and that's what we talked about last year. We talked about Cat sitting there arguing with people when he fall down and getting back last year in the playoffs. He wasn't in that type of shape. He has to get into the Draymond Green shape. He has to get into the Nikola Jokic shape. He has to get into, as of right now, the Luka Doncic shape, right? He has to be a star that's willing to take his conditioning to the next level, because that's the only thing that's holding him back is the pace in which he plays with. He takes plays off. He coasts. He tries to get his win back. But if Nikola Jokic, who grew up a fat kid, can play in high altitude and lose the weight that he loses and play with the pace he plays, almost playing damn near the whole game, then Cat has no excuse. How bad do you want to go from good to great? Because if you talk about, you're not getting a touch, you don't know where you fit. But basically what he's saying is your ass get up the court so damn slow that everybody's already beat you up there that you can't even get the place on a court that we want you to get, which is to catch it early and catch it inside so the ball can go inside and out. That's how Mike Brown wants to play. Remember when he first got the job with the Kings? And it's that clip of him, you got to get back, and he's so fat.
That's right.
That's what this reminds me of.
That's right.
You got to get on your. So, Cat, that's on you, buddy.
The official numbers on Hutchinson: 4 for 180, 141 guaranteed. Wow.
Coming off the injury.
Wow. Next.
All right, so now let's stray a little bit away from New York here as we continue on with audio files. Carlin, you sent me this earlier today. This comes from everybody's favorite college football head coach, Bill Belichick. And apparently he was, well, actually, not apparently he was. He's always questioned about his commitment to UNC because of, let's say, other things going on, and he responded to some of those allegations.
Well, it's never been anything but that, and wherever that story came from, obviously, it's already been taken down and everything else, but it's just total, as Trump would say, fake news. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just a novel. Michael Lombardi and I came in and started hiring people and come into the organization in December. We got here the same day, and we've been doing it every day, and, and that's the way it's going to be. So, I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there that want to get, clicks and views and posts on my face or whatever, but it's just a bunch of garbage.
At this point, when you say my face, we know that you're doing it on purpose.
Exactly.
Right.
We know you open your own Instagram, dude.
Yeah, and your significant other probably released you probably had to run your statement through her, basically. And we keep asking ourselves, how committed is Bill Belichick to North Carolina? How committed are they to him?
Yeah.
Because, it might be Michael Jordan leading the buyout.
There were a lot of alums that got together and did that did it, and the thought was that they did it kind of without the president, and not everybody was necessarily on board with hiring Belichick, but they came up with the money, so that's how this happened.
But just think, how much money is Bill Belichick making?
10 a year, I think, something like that?
You got a guy like Lane Kiffin that's out there.
Yeah.
Right, you got a guy,
Lane about to get paid.
Wouldn't you take, he's the lead guy on everybody's board.
Yeah.
But when you take the guy from Penn State,
James Franklin,
over Bill Belichick,
I think he'll get a pretty good job.
Right,
I'd be surprised.
So
if
what
he
I'm saying is, it's coaches out there that if you want to make a big splash, if you're UNC, you
can do that.
Yeah, and just buy his ass out.
What you need somebody to take him off your hands. You need to foist him on the Giants.
Who?
You need to foist him on somebody.
The Giants are probably looking at Lane Kiffin and probably looking at Cliff Kingsbury as well.
Next.
All right, I got 2 more things to go with you guys. So this one, we talked about a owner that struck up a lot of controversy in Woody Johnson. And now we're going to talk about an owner that is taking over the reins of her dad, Jim Irsay. This is Carlie Irsay-Gordon. And if you look on social media, she's always on the sideline with the Colts. It seems like trying to kind of introduce herself to the team and see what's going on. And she was spotted with a headset on during Colts games. So here was her response onto why she's doing all that.
I need to learn more about this. I need to be able to say, is this person full of BS? Do they even know what they're talking about? And I think one of the things that being on the headset has really helped me learn is it's such a complex organism, a football team and how it operates. And on game day, and you could say, oh, that person ran that route wrong. When you learn to find, oh, someone tagged the wrong wide receiver. And it wasn't really the player's fault. It was the person that called it. So I think that's been a very valuable, because it also helps us be able to know where do we need to make tweaks? What resources do we need? What do we need to fix? So much of it comes down to how we operate and how things work. And the headsets are really, I would suggest it for anyone else that has to pay coaches and GMs millions and millions of dollars. It helps you make a less expensive mistake potentially.
I got to tell you, I have no problem with it whatsoever.
Very astute.
None.
That's very astute. Like, why would you get into business and just say, I'm going to sit back and not know, when you can listen to the communication and you can hear the desperation. You can hear, oh, this guy called this guy told him not to. This guy, these are the guys that's making the highest percentage decisions. These are the guys that's kind of making, random decisions. And, more often than not, the receiver coach wants to run this play. You can hear all that. You ain't got to chime in. You can hear the communication.
Yeah, it's not like she is chiming in. She doesn't have a mic on the headset. She's just got an earpiece.
Right.
That's it.
She's just hearing the play, hearing the execution, hearing the reason why, hearing the formation, and it helps her to know what she's looking at. All right, 3 wides. Okay, they got 3 wides. I mean, they coming out with these receivers. This means they're going to try and pass. Okay, they ran out of that. Okay, why did they do that? This is just her being more informed. I think more owners should do that. Take ownership and kind of learning the game as you would if you had a reporter, right?
Now, I'll be fair. If we saw Woody Johnson do that on the sideline, a lot of us would be like, oh, what the hell, man? Come on. But you know what? It is fair. If all you're going to do is listen, then do that.
If Woody's out there like, spy 2 wide bananas. That'll pick up the first down every time.
I had no problem with her doing it. None. Next.
All right, I got one more. We like to play a game of Am I the Nozzle on this show, and there's a guy who used to play in the NFL, nicknamed Stink. That, of course, is Mark Schlereth.
Yes.
And there might be a reason behind that, and he might continue to live up to that nickname.
There's not a might be about it.
He talks about openly urinating on himself because they were in the middle of a drive and he didn't want to go to the bathroom, so he just used it on himself.
Well, keep that in mind because this takes it a step further. So this is from You Better You Bet, and Mark Schlereth, well, he talks about a situation.
People that don't know how to travel. Like, nobody wants to see your feet in flip-flops on a plane. Not one person. Nobody wants to see you in a tank top with your armpits hanging out. That drives me insane. But I always pee on the floor to make sure. I've seen people walk in in socks in the bathroom. I always pee on the floor to make sure if you walk in socks, you're getting urine on your feet.
See,
that's a bad. See, that make me. We gotta fight.
Yeah. Now we're taking it a bit too far.
Right.
I have seen people take the shoes and socks off and put their feet up, and that's disgusting. But I would not make you walk in my urine for doing it.
Now, I have taken my shoes. When we went to London, I took my shoes off. It was a bed.
Well, but you're sitting in first class in a bed.
Oh,
this is talking about sitting in coach and like
listen,
those guys.
Mark Schlereth's not sitting in coach. Even if you're sitting in first class, that's not a bed. like sometimes people want to take their shoes off because the shoes are
But
tight.
you can't take your shoes and your socks off and then
Yeah,
walk
not your
around.
socks off. Not your socks off.
Oh, yeah, but you can't walk around the plane without putting your shoes back on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm not walking.
That's his point.
I got you.
You shouldn't be walking around the plane without your shoes on.
He missed me with the tank top though, with your arms out. What the hell is a tank top got to do anything?
I don't know, man. Like
It's summertime. We're going to Jamaica. What do you mean?
There are a lot of people, and I certainly, like Jeff Darlington and I argued about this one time. I will wear shorts on the plane.
Yeah.
They'll be like nice shorts, but that's about as far as I would go to not wearing something at least representative. There are people who will wear anything.
Yeah. But I listen. My arms are beautiful.
Well, if you got them, show them off. I don't have a problem with that either.
What's wrong with I ain't saying like an undershirt. I'm saying like something with the arms out.
No, that's fine.
Especially depending on where we going, man. What if we going to we coming back from Jamaica? We coming back. Prayers out to Jamaica too, man.
Oh my God, that thing's about to. Has it hit yet?
Yes,
it did hit.
It's still hitting. I think they say it's moving at like 2 miles an hour.
It is.
And
Was last night. I was watching something that was like 3 miles an hour at 150 mile an hour winds or something.
It's crazy, man.
Melissa.
So prayers. I forgot it was somebody. The guy that used to work from ESPN. He calls the college games. He was married to the girl from Real Housewives. He said his family was out there visiting. They're stuck out there.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
Light skinned guy used to work for. I follow him on Instagram.
Okay, well, none of that helps. So we went from Mark Schlereth urinating on the floor in the bathroom on an airplane to thoughts and prayers to those in Jamaica. That's what we do.
That's how we do it, baby.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Listen up.
Ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN Suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS. YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education with grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
The Guillotine League. Who's in, who's out?
The team that is already going to be eliminated, Jack.
Jack and who? Jack and Diane. What do you mean? I thought everyone has a partner. Growing up in the heartland. Some would think Jack's going to be a football star.
Life goes on. Not for Jack.
Long after Jack, he's getting the guillotine.
DiPietro and Rothenberg. Morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Game time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7:30 tonight, Nets hosting the Hawks over at the Barclays Center. And then Game 5 of the World Series in L.A. between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. Good job by the Blue Jays. I did not think they were coming back. Coverage begins 7 right here on ESPN. New York. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. All right, you guys have been patient. Let's get to some of you right now at 800-919-3776. David and Elizabeth has been very patient today. D, what's going on, dude?
What's going on, fellas? All right, before we jump into the sports, Carlin, it's a couple towns away from Bart. The Colonia Grill in Morristown's calling you. It's the sauce.
I know. I haven't had a chance, man. I've been all over the place. I've been in Indianapolis. I got to go to Illinois this week. Like I got. When I find time, I'll be there.
You say it's Colonia where?
It's
in Morristown.
Colonia Grill in Morristown.
Oh, my hood. I'm gonna go.
All right,
go check that out.
Bart, steak and fries with the sauce. Oh my God, bro. Smashing. You'll enjoy it, man. Really good.
And Dave, you seem like a foodie, man. Every time I see you, you got a full plate. So I'm saying I trust you too.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I was once 3 bills like my man Carlin. So
really?
I know how to get there.
How are you 3 bills?
340.
Really?
340. Hey, man.
Wow.
340 of them things, baby. So look, Carl Towns, I'm gonna get you later. Woody Johnson, you're on the menu. Pause. Let's get straight into it. I've been to 4 games this year already, and I plan on going to that Browns game. $110 for parking is criminal.
All right, so I'm not. Listen, this story came out a couple weeks ago from different people, and I'm going to be honest. I didn't know what to trust and what not to trust. How did that work out where you were paying $110 for parking?
It was terrible. Like from the beginning of the season till now, all parking has gone up. Like the parking before, I used to spend like $60, $40. That don't bother me. Even $80, I don't care. But $110, $100, come on, bro, that's too much. And then, like you're saying, Carlin, he goes up on the tickets every season. right? And, the pricing is crazy. But I've been going to Jets games in person 2013 till now. Do the math on that. And then, not for nothing, right? Check this out. I can't tell you what I be paying for games because if my girl finds out, bro, I won't hear it. I won't stop hearing it for now until next year. If they know what I paid to go to that Dallas game when it was me, her, and my daughter, you'll be like, you paid that? Yeah, I paid that. And then to go not get quality results. That's the real insult. For me to go there and then we're taking L. It's not cool, bro. And then, to put all this money out is not cool. But, it is what it is. I love sports. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to always support my organizations. But Carlin's right. I can't be putting money out and I'm watching losses. At least give me a competitive loss.
Hey, listen, listen. We know teams are going to lose. It's just when you have
damn you for bringing your daughter into this.
We know teams are going to lose. That's just going to happen. We're talking about 15 years not to make the playoffs and raising the ticket prices 5 years in a row. That's just tone deaf and stupid. It really is. It's not making the difference between whether or not the Jets are going to make budget. It's just not. Whether or not Woody's going to be okay. It's not.
Maybe the compromise is to make the like Arthur Blank did. He really brought down the
concession prices.
The concessions really down. So really, it all balances out if you go to Atlanta.
Brian, Manhattan, next on ESPN New York. Brian, what's going on?
Hey, guys. Giant season ticket holders, family thing. My grandparents had them. My parents had them. Now me and my brother have them. And we've been thinking for years about, maybe giving them up because we only go to about 2 games a year. Just the whole MetLife experience, the stadium itself isn't that great. It's very far. It's just hard to get in and out of. The experience for me, one thing is you should know that most everybody in our section has been there forever. Like my situation of me, my parents, my grandparents is really common. People keep them forever. Mm-hmm. But I'm getting the sense that the tide could be changing. All our expenses are going up. My gas bill, my insurance, and they're all high single digits. So the Jets might be thinking that this sort of modest increase is actually being the good guys. But I think the only way it'll change is if people just say no. That's the only thing anything ever changes is when one of the parties says, you know what, this isn't worth it. And then it's like the other guy said, the tickets are just, you're probably spending as much on non-ticket stuff as ticket stuff between parking and food, and maybe you buy a souvenir, whatever it is. It's just not worth it.
Listen, it's a ton of money, and I would say the other thing is when you have those tickets, there are people that will buy their season tickets and then will offset the cost by selling a couple of the games.
Yeah.
And now you can't even do that because you go on the secondary market. First of all, the team has already gotten their money, but you go on the secondary market and you can get a ticket for $70, and then that person's losing money. So who's losing money then? It is absolutely the person who is going to the games and who bought the season tickets. That's tough to take. So you can't even make your money back. Right. It's one thing when you have success and the tickets are in demand.
Yeah.
Then I get why ticket prices are going to raise, why that's going to happen.
15 years, that means they're due.
Been hearing that for a while. The other thing is, if you'll remember, before they built the new stadium, the old Giant Stadium, there was a 30-year season ticket waiting list for the Giants. 30 years. When they went to the PSL with the new stadium, that list disappeared because nobody wanted to pay the PSL. And the people who did pay the PSL, like that, teams would say, oh, you can sell that. It's like a piece of real estate. Yeah, that's worthless. That's worthless right now. Who is going to buy a PSL just for the right to buy tickets? That's not going to happen here. That works in places like Pittsburgh and Green Bay, where they're going to be there.
No matter what, because that's the biggest thing going on in town. So
exactly.
Here in New York, you got options.
Here you have 9 different professional sports teams to work with. Anthony in Trumbull, Connecticut is up next on ESPN New York. You know what, Anthony? I took that call. I shouldn't have taken it because we're late in the hour. Sit tight. I'm going to get to you. Bad job by me. Horrible clock management.
But, Anthony, you get to lead off the power hour. How many more? I don't know.
Well, we'll find out next hour.
It's NBA tip-off week, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. So even if you missed the start of the game or you want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything, from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join, because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to sign up today. FanDuel is your home for live betting. So even if you missed the start of the game or you want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything, from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Versus online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with the gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Text OPEN-Y 467-369.
Ready for some big winners? Oklahoma travels to Tennessee, plus Vanderbilt takes on Arch Manning in Texas, and USC travels to Lincoln to face Nebraska. Who is on upset alert? Join one of the nation's top sports betting analysts, Joe Wiz, on the Fine Line Saturday at 8 a.m. In the NFL, it's the game of the year when KC travels to Buffalo. Plus, the Wiz talks basketball, hockey, soccer, and horse racing from Del Mar for the Breeders' Cup. Follow the Wiz on Instagram at Joe Wiz Sports. It's the best bet in town. The Fine Line with the Wiz Saturday at 8 a.m. Be ready to win.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Out here, pets are always by your side, watching the herd, running fence lines, or asleep at your feet. Pets are some of our favorite customers. When you bring them along to Tractor Supply, we'll always have a treat waiting. And with our price match guarantee, you'll always get the best price on their favorite food, toys, treats they love, and pet meds to keep them healthy. Tractor Supply, for pets out here.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
Yes, it is noon o'clock. It is Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York app, on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you can watch the show. We also get some more of your comments in, including one that asked me if I'm the guy that buys 2 seats on the plane. No, I do not.
That's disrespectful. Listen, we ain't even asking for the seatbelt extender. Chill out, dog.
Exactly. That is how I have always, unfortunately, really determine whether or not the situation has gotten completely out of hand.
Exactly.
Have I ever had to ask for the seatbelt extender on the plane? I have not. There have been some close situations. It's been close, but I have not. The first thing I do when somebody is sitting next to me, I apologize. I just say, listen, I'm sorry. Elbow me. Do whatever you got to do. I am not going to be offended. Just do what you got to do.
Listen, just so you know, both of these armrests is mine. That's what you tell their ass. I ain't putting my hands and folding my arms in between. You got one armrest. Use it.
See, I'm considerate. I will do everything I can to make it comfortable for them because I know it can't be comfortable sitting next to me.
If you sit in a window seat and you lean over it, then your hip goes up in the air. And you push it.
But here's the problem with the window seat. Yeah. Window seat for a fat man.
Yeah.
Quietly, worst thing you can do.
Oh,
because you are jammed in against that wall. There is a lot less space against that window than you think there is.
See, I love the window.
And middle seat's almost better than the window.
I hate people messing with the shades. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to see the outside, and if the plane starts shaking turbines, I need to know where we at.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't like when people everybody want to lay everything down. I feel like I'm in a tube. I see people head bouncing and stuff
and then all of a sudden you slam on the ground, and you're like, what the hell just happened?
Exactly. I hate that. Like, listen, I'm not going to sleep on the plane.
So there was a guy I saw the other day who works now at Purdue. He's a guy who's about 5'2". Nice enough guy, but was in his younger years, he worked at Rutgers. And he would be, and he's not this now, but at the time, younger guy, kind of arrogant. He would be.
Gizzen-type. Yes.
Thank you.
He would be.
What I would describe as a pissant at the time. Like just a little wise-ass guy.
Gotcha.
He's like 5'2". We get on these planes. You know what these planes are like on the charters flying back.
Yeah.
They are tight.
Tight.
A lot of people jammed in. The charter is not always just luxurious.
It's like going to the Senior Bowl.
Exactly. You are all, what if any of us knew what that was, but it's all completely jammed in, and everybody's got their bags on board and everything. So there's no room for anything. And me, as a bigger guy, I am always going to end up in 42A or something like that, right? So I get back there, and they put Gatorades in the seat thing in front of you for you, and that takes away even more room because you got no place to put it.
Right.
And I ain't in Economy Plus or anything. This kid thought he was being funny. Gets on the plane one time in front of me at 5'2".
Yeah.
5'2". Before we take off, puts his seat back.
Oh.
I took the top of the seat.
I put it back.
And this is me. I'm as nice as could be. I didn't push it back. I fired it back, and I sent him flying into the seat in front of him. And he turned around like, what the hell? And I said, you know what the hell.
Oh, yeah, you know exactly.
This ain't going to work, Junior.
Exactly. You 5'2". All you got to do is slouch down. Your feet swinging off the seats anyway.
Yeah. Don't make me go get you a kiddie seat for that.
You choke him from the back like baby boy. Jody, that's right. Scream for your mama.
No, this guy would have gone. I would have tossed him from the plane. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. It is noon, which means what?
It's the power hour. Power hour.
As one person puts in the chat, FAFO, says Chris. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's about right.
Damn right.
That's about right. Blank around and find out. I want to get to more of these calls because we haven't gotten to nearly enough of them. We've been talking a lot about the jet ticket price increase, but we'll get to more on the Knicks and Cat last night. But we also have to spend some time on the trade deadline and exactly how far down the list we should be thinking about going as far as who's available and who's not for the Jets and the Giants. First, though, Anthony in Trumbull, Connecticut, who I was about to take before, is up first here on ESPN New York. Tony, what's up, dude? How are you?
Hey, guys. I appreciate you taking the call. Hey, Bart, I flew back. My son's 9 years old. We went to London. He was absolutely in awe. We were at the stage before the game when you guys were on stage talking. He was in awe that there were former NFL players like sitting in front of him. Listen, I've had my Jets season tickets now for 30 years, and they've kind of got me at this point because like I said, my son is 9 and he is a diehard. I don't know if you saw, but he was actually the kid that the Jets posted that he got to meet Sauce Gardner before the London game. he wants to go to every single game. And so, listen, we're going. The thing that gets me is, you know, we go with about 6 of us, and we've only got 3 tickets. The 3 people who come with us every single week will buy tickets on the secondary market. And I'm not exaggerating. They've been getting tickets for $15, $20. In the past, they actually got tickets for $8 once. And, you know, obviously I paid my season ticket fee up front, no big deal. But, you know, having the tickets for 30 years, and the gentleman who sits next to me has had them for 45-plus years, they do nothing to really make you feel at all, you know, special is not the word, but to make you feel valued as a season ticket holder. You know, years ago they used to do these things where they would have, and Chris, you mentioned this, they used to have a town hall, right? Oh yeah, come out to Florham Park. And I went out to Florham Park once, and we toured the facility. We sat in the media room. We met people. Bob Wischusen was there. It was the most, you know, it was a great time. They don't do anything like that anymore. Nothing. You know what they do? They give us fan cash now. And I know one of the things they're claiming is that the fan cash amount that you're going to get next year is going up. But all fan cash does is it turns around and it gives it back to the stadium anyways. You know, great. So you're giving me money that I could go buy a drink now, or I could buy, you know, get my kids some popcorn and stuff like that. You know, that's not making me feel valued as a fan at all. And I think that's the biggest part about it is they don't do anything to say that, listen, we know the football hasn't been great, but let's do a little something to make you feel that investing in season tickets, it's worth it. You know, we're going to pay you back in a way that right now isn't the football value you want, but we're going to do some special things. And I think that's the part that gets me most. Bart, did you ever get your jacket back in London?
Nope. I'm going to have to buy another one. They stole my jacket, man.
They stole the jacket.
Mink on the inside, cashmere on the outside. I just bought it for 3 days.
Well, how did it? They just finally said, I know you left it. We talked about it on the air, but they just said we don't have it, and that's it?
Nobody, they can't find it. Like, yeah, all right. I know what that is.
That's garbage.
Somebody walking around London, warm as hell.
I want to see the image of you seeing the person wearing your jacket around London.
It's like coming out for Coming to America. Stop, thief! Let them have our thing, Simi.
Alex in Aberdeen is up next. ESPN New York. Alex, what's going on?
Hey, gentlemen, how you doing? 2 things. I actually was calling to tell a Nick Mangold story, but I'd like to just give my 2 cents on the season tickets as well.
Okay.
So, season ticket holder, 37 years. Used to go with my father. Now I take my 2 daughters. They're 21 and 19. Started coming when they were 11 and 9. And listen, it's in our blood. You know, it is what it is. We took the hit, you know, with the increase. We're going to do it. We're going to go back. For the people who are paying the premium for parking and whatnot, the ticket pricing as well as the parking goes against who they're playing against. So the Browns, I'm sure you're going to find parking for $20 if you're getting on secondary market. The Dallas game, obviously, it's going to be, you know, $65, $75. They didn't raise the parking this year for us, so I believe for my parking, which is platinum, it's $45 a game, so it's $450 a year. And I have 3 seats. So, you know, we're going to take the hit, and hopefully it pans out. Like Bart said, we're due. But I'd like to say a Nick Mangold story that's, you know, pretty cool with my family. Like I said, we go to this season ticket games. My daughter's been going since the last 10 years, since the year Sandy started, had hit. And we would go before the game and after the game to the player entrances. And we met players, and Bart, we've met you a few times, and you were always cordial. After the game, Nick always had his kids with him. And you'd see this big burly man coming out in shorts in December, holding his 2 children, and his wife would be wheeling them out. And he'd give a nod or he'd say hi, and he'd just keep walking. You know, he would never really stop. It was family time. So in 2015, they did a green and white scrimmage at MetLife. And after the game, Nick walks out, and he's by himself. And I have my 2 daughters, I have my 2 nieces, and I have my in-laws with me. There's like 10 of us there. And my daughter goes up and goes, Nick, can we take a selfie? And he looks her straight in the eye, and he goes, absolutely not. And my daughter's like, all the start. He goes, points to me and smiles. He goes, but if you give Dad your phone, I'll stay here and take as many pictures as you want. And we have that picture hanging in our house. He signed it a few games into the season. So I could say Sunday we would really distraught. And Bart, I saw you and Willie on SNY, and, you know, the fans feel it also.
You know,
I appreciate that. There's plenty of stories of Nick. And, you know, like I said, whether it's his work that he did with the first responders, whether, veterans, he was a guy that was very much still around. It's not like he's a guy that moved when he left here. He was a guy that still was part of the community and did everything that, you would hope. He was still visible. He still was, ambassador for the Jets and, just an all-around good guy. Not surprised at all to hear the stories of him just being a real dude.
Here's the thing, too. So many times you will hear fans who will tell the story about the guy who was not a good guy when you met him. And you don't know what kind of a day that guy is having. You don't know what's going on in their lives. Everybody has a bad day. There are so many stories, though, of guys like you, of guys like Nick, there are a lot of others where you never hear about that. You always deliver for the fans no matter how you're feeling in that moment. And I think it's special to be able to say that that's been the case. We've known each other for 8 years now, personally, roughly.
Yeah.
I have never seen you treat anybody poorly. In fact, I have only seen you engage more and more with people, maybe more than they even want to.
Like, all right, Bart, I got to go.
Yeah, listen, it's time to go here.
Right, appreciate you.
No, but and it's the same thing with Nick. I mean, it's just really sad. It's really sad.
Yeah,
him.
It's gonna be a tough week next week.
Yeah, they're gonna have his service next week, and I know you'll be there. But it is somebody that I think, first of all, is absolutely a Hall of Fame player. And I am looking forward to him getting in, but I really, more than that, would have wanted him to obviously be able to give his own speech when he did get in.
Right.
So, anyway, it's Bart Carlin on 880 ESPN and on the ESPN New York app and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Want to remind you that if you have YouTube TV, you need to be paying attention here because you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, College Game Day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN. I am a YouTube TV guy. Can we get this straightened out, please, YouTube TV? Get your act together, all right? I do not want to be going through having to switch providers again, but I will certainly be doing that if that is the case. We talked about this a little bit before the show. We have the trade deadline a week from yesterday. It is November the 4th. The Jets and the Giants are obviously both going to be heavily involved. The question, though, for me, is really how involved. How far down the list are we going to go here? If you're the Jets, you sold us this offseason on this not being a rebuild, but a retool and a change of culture. Yeah. And we obviously know that a lot of that was going to be predicated on quarterback play, and it hasn't been great this year. But nobody would look at the Jets and say they are bereft of talent. The Jets are not the Tennessee Titans. Like, the Titans have their quarterback, but they don't have a lot else, and they may be trading off what they do have by next week, and they already started yesterday with Roger McCreary. How far down this list, and we'll start with the Jets, do you think this goes? Because we know we're talking about the likes of Breece Hall, who's a free agent. We know we're talking about Alan Lazard and Michael Carter and Josh Reynolds, but how far beyond that would you go? Like, where is the cutoff line on where you would take calls and where you wouldn't?
I mean, definitely Michael Carter, I think, is gone. Michael Carter's, to me, was one of the best nickels 2 years ago. He's had some injuries, but now you see he's running down on kickoff. I'm sure he probably wants to go. You may be able to get like a fifth or sixth for Michael Carter, but, being able to dump that salary would be important for them as well. Now, do we go down to Quincy Williams, who's a free agent after this year? You just paid Jeremy and Sherwood. You got the kid from, Kiko Manoa from Miami, who's playing better. They played better as a unit for, against the Broncos without Quincy. They struggled, I believe, early without Quincy, but if you're not going to pay Quincy $15 million a year, somebody's going to pay him $15 million a year. San Francisco is in the market for a linebacker. Robert Saleh, that makes a natural thing. You might be able to get a fourth-round draft pick for him. So if you can stack up, maybe you let Quincy go, maybe you let Michael Carter go. But all the things about Jermaine Johnson, Breece Hall, those to me are non-negotiables. But if I don't think that I'm going to bring Quincy back, Quincy should be entering the prime of his career at 28 because he's coming off the 3-year deal, which I feel like he was underpaid for that. But he only had one great year of productivity, just like Jamin Sherwood did. Him and Michael Carter, to me, are no-brainers to move guys to try and get assets in the future to be able to move up and down the draft board next year.
So you want to keep Breece, but are they actually going to keep Breece?
That I don't know. And
I don't think they will.
And if you're not going to keep Breece, then you need to trade Breece instead of letting Breece walk away for no compensation.
Here's the thing, though. Is it better to let Breece go for a 4th-round pick, or do you keep Breece if you can't do better than that?
I keep Breece, and I franchise tag him at worst.
Yeah, I would think so,
I give him $12 million for the year, thinking that next year is the year we're going to make a run. Why you want to take a special offensive player out of your backfield and you could be having a rookie quarterback next year? Or, seemingly the Jets are probably going to be a team that takes a wide receiver. They have to take a wide receiver to be opposite Garrett Wilson. They have to try and get some relief that way. The offensive line, I think you don't really have to do anything. So everybody's under contract for the offensive line next year, even without Vera Tucker.
So the argument, though, right now on that is, well, Breece really hasn't shown us enough in the last couple of years. Has he shown us enough?
You haven't given him the damn ball. That's not – who fault is that? Last year, how can you judge somebody who last year never got more than 20 touches in a game?
Look,
as your running back.
Yeah. I'm with you on Breece. I don't think they've employed him in any other imaginative ways, too, this year either.
I think they have way too much belief in what they think Braylon Allen is. To me, honestly, and I've said this before, Isaiah Davis is a better running back in this league, in my opinion, about what he can do than is Braylon Allen.
Well, they're going to simply just look at it then from a value standpoint on Breece. Like, we'll let him go for a 4th-round pick because we do believe in Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis.
That would be a mistake. Like I said, it's certain guys are different. Like even Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's having a great year. He doesn't possess the skill set that Breece possesses. The ability to affect the game in multiple ways. Breece can just as much take a 2-3 yard dump pass. We've seen that last year against the Steelers. Dump pass and take it 60 yards. Like, it's not a lot of backs that can do that. It's not a lot of backs that can line up and catch a go route, line up as a straight-up receiver. Like, so when you talk about value, Breece is like 1.5 players in one. You don't let that walk for a 4th-round draft pick. You take that, you franchise tag that and make somebody trade and give you a player and a draft pick for it when they're desperate in the offseason where they say, okay, we're rebuilding.
See, anybody that's going to tell me that if I trade for Breece, well, he's a free agent at the end of the year. No. Hang on. You can franchise him, and that running back number is not absurd.
Like $11, $12 million, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. I think it went down last year, if I'm not mistaken.
You paying your backup quarterback that.
So why would you not give up a 3rd round? Like, if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, why would you not give up a 3rd-round pick for somebody like Breece Hall, which, by the way, is pretty much like giving up a 4th-round pick?
Yeah, I mean,
because it's going to be the end of the round.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be around for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a guy that can be with as you move on from Kareem Hunt, who, like, just found his way back. They're like, we know him. He's good enough. But he's not special. But you put a guy like Breece who's special and you add that to Pacheco, let Pacheco run all the knock your brain cells out, short yardage stuff.
Yeah.
And then now you have your complete back that can do it all. Do it all back. Can you imagine Patrick Mahomes scrambling around, throwing a no-look pass to Breece Hall where nobody on the defense knows the ball is going to Breece Hall, and then he get the ball in his hands with nobody around? And man?
Yeah.
And if I'm the Chargers, I'm like, I don't want to see Breece Hall in this division, so I'm going to take him. So you can't take him.
I don't disagree with that either.
Because Najee Harris, see you later.
He wasn't even that good to begin with.
My point. So see you later.
Yeah.
And now I got Amari Hampton and Breece Hall.
The other one that I'd be very interested in, if they would actually entertain calls on Quinnen. I'm sure they're getting calls on Quinnen. If they would actually entertain, because remember, the Micah Parsons thing was a quick no when they talked about Quinnen and Micah Parsons.
Man, that's crazy. But you know how stupid you'll look if you let Michael Parsons. You could have got Michael Parsons. I would have threw in Michael Parsons. I would have said, all right, you want Quinnen? Give me Michael Parsons, and we'll give you Will McDonald, because now it's no need for us to have 3 pass rushers. We got Jermaine and Michael Parsons. We'll give you that and Will McDonald. You give us Pickens. I would have turned Pickens and Parsons from Will McDonald and Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
Now, if you trade him and you don't get you trade him. You can't trade him because you had an opportunity to trade him for Michael Parsons.
No, you have to trade him. If you trade him for a lot.
But what's a lot? You had an opportunity to get Michael Parsons.
And you didn't.
And so now you're going to trade him for something not even close, a first-round draft pick? Whoop-de-doo. You could have had Michael Parsons.
If I'm trading Quinnen, it's a first-round plus.
But you could have had Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, I get it. You're going to look dumb.
You could have had Michael Parsons. So now that's like trading something for 10 cents on the dollar.
So in other words, I'm not trading Quinnen right now. That's what you're telling me.
Right, because you're going to look stupid for not trading for Michael Parsons. We had a chance. If you end up trading somebody 8 weeks after you could have traded him for a generational talent, arguably the best pass rusher in football, and you didn't do it, and then you trade him for a first-round draft pick that's going to be in the middle of the draft and could be anybody. It can mess around and be the next Michael Parsons. Probably not, right? Because we thought Abdul Carter was going to be that. And you trade him for that, and what you get in return, it could be Kyle Wilson, Aaron Pryor, Calvin Pryor, Quinnen Couples. You know what I'm saying?
Quinnen Couples.
But you see what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
You'll be looking at them like you big dummies. Like you could have got Michael Parsons, a proven commodity. You're not paying a quarterback, so you could have figured out how to get him his extension.
I just threw it out there to see what your reaction would be, frankly.
Yeah.
I would not trade Quinnen Williams unless it was going to be for an absolute ton, and I don't think that's going to happen.
It can't be nothing. It can't be a ton because you passed up a megaton.
Oh, I agree. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, 800-919-3776. The Giants and where that line should be. As the trade deadline approaches, would you entertain trading that level of player, the Quinnen Williams of the world, as opposed to just the Breece Halls right now? 800-919-3776. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Did you know women account for 2/3 of all Americans living with Alzheimer's and 2/3 of all Alzheimer's family caregivers? Join the Alzheimer's Foundation of America at its Women Empowerment Forum on November 5th in Amityville to learn practical ways women can reduce their risk for Alzheimer's and enhance quality of life for themselves and their loved ones living with Alzheimer's. For more information or to register, visit alzfdn.org or call 866-232-8484.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
Serve Pro. Like it never even happened.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Okay. Man, it's being indicted. Get it so indicted. Ooh, I like it. Oh, you know I like it. You dancing real close. Make it real slow. You're making it hard for me. Making it hard for me, baby. You know what I'm talking about, son. You know what I'm saying? I had to get some of them roast sparks. Some of that blue chew. Some of that Cialis. Some of that Viagra. What's the stuff that Mike Dicker used to have? Mike Lipitor.
Horny goatweed?
Horny goatweed. Red Rooster if you're Richard Pryor. Did I miss one?
I don't know. I don't think Lipitor was in there. Lipitor's for cholesterol.
Oh no! What's the one? No, what's the one? R. Mike used to do one. He was
Ditka?
Yeah, Ditka. That's why it was funny because he R. Mike. He's like R. Mike. He got Rust Belt.
Let's see. Let me Google Ditka erection.
Right, Ditka. Well, I can't say the Ditka Richard pills. Remember, he was one of the first ones out there with it.
Headline in Forbes 2003: Iron Mike Ditka versus erectile dysfunction.
What was his brand?
Levitra.
Levitra. That's right. What did I say?
Lipitor.
Close enough.
I take Lipitor. My cholesterol.
Whatever happened to Levitra? Can we bring him back as a sponsor?
I don't know. They must have had the generic come out and Levitra, and all of a sudden ain't that good, and I can get it for $2.
NuGenix. Side effects.
How much money do you think?
Side effects could include
Let's talk about that
heart
for a
attack,
second.
aneurysm,
No, let's talk about this for a second. Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. How much do you think that they have made off of NuGenix?
Man, Frank Thomas got a lifetime contract. He was first. Yeah. Ain't lost 2 pounds. I'm like, come on, man.
But that's also about, and they also throw it in at the end, and she'll like it too.
Got the wink. Got the holes all tangled up like you can't get it right. The other guy, the water come out like a hose.
By the way, you got those two, and then you got Andy Van Slyke, who's in it, who is, a pretty good player in baseball, but, mid-level outfielder back in the 80s, mid to higher level outfielder that people today would not really know. At least people know Frank Thomas and Doug Flutie.
Uh-huh. And she'll like it too. Yeah, the baseball dude, he was actually the more ripped up one.
Oh, he was definitely ripped.
Everybody ripped up, got their shirt off. Frank, all black. Frank, all black. Baggy, look like a 4X.
You think Frank wears a shirt in the pool? Like Dave Rothenberg?
I don't know, because I'm sure it's like tone. It's not. He just big. Frank played at 280. The big hurt.
Yes.
So he probably about 320 now. You would think if he played at 270, 250, he's probably about 3. He's definitely over 3 bills.
He's
6'5",
6'6".
Yeah, you can see the black shirt that.
Yeah. No, he's tall.
If I had to base jump off the top of the skyscraper, I'll grab his shirt. I'll make it.
How much do you think that they have made off of that?
Man, Frank's got
Frank's made $1 million off that, hasn't he?
At least 10. He's been doing this forever.
At least $10 million?
I would think the Big Hurt ain't doing nothing, doing commercials and a advertisement for less than $1 million a year. They probably got a NuGenix cruise. You know what I'm saying? He got to show up to the people that buy NuGenix.
Which would you rather go on, the NuGenix cruise or the Jets cruise?
They tried to get me to do that. I said, nah, bro. It ain't enough money in the world to have me stuck on no damn boat for 2 hours answering questions for 24 hours out the day.
But I'm not a cruise guy at all, period.
Me either.
I wouldn't go on a cruise. I don't know.
They asked me a year early. They tried to promote me as I said, bro, I can't do that. How about this? You do a cruise, I'll meet y'all at the destination, then I'll fly my ass back.
Yeah.
I'm not about to be stuck on no damn cruise.
I'll fly to the Bahamas, and I'll fly in and out same day.
Walking around can't go nowhere on the boat.
Yeah.
Little ass room, but anywhere you go.
Did I tell you this about my brother? So my brother Steve he's retired, okay? And he and his wife live out in Colorado. Mm-hmm. But they, for a while, after he retired, did some traveling through Europe or whatever. Yeah. Nothing fancy. They just spent time over there. So they settled in Colorado. They rent a place, all that. They're going to New Zealand for the first time. They are taking a 3-week cruise back from New Zealand. Ugh. 3 weeks.
You think that's going to be – you think you're going to get 3 weeks of great currents? I've seen people on cruises where stuff is getting – the cruise ship's getting tossed.
I'm not going on a boat where I'm not going
to – A month?
Basically. I'm not going on a boat where there's a day that's going to come and go where I don't see land.
Yeah. Hell no.
What is that?
Nah.
I'm not even a cruise guy, even though, I love the people who say, well, I'm going to make them rue the day they gave me that drink package and all that. They got you figured out. Trust me. They're making their money.
So much sugar in that damn making you drunk even faster.
Yeah. And they also, like all the food, you think you're gonna eat up and you're not going to be eating it, everything.
And you're going to get tired of eating the same thing.
Right. Like they got all the different buffets and all that stuff. That's all fine. I've never gone on a cruise in my life. And I understand the people that do, but I just don't, I can't do it. I don't want to be subject to somebody else's schedule all the time. It's like the people that go on vacation and then go on the tours and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want you telling me what I'm going to be doing on my trip or dictating where I'm going and when I'm going. I don't know, man. I would just feel like a captive on the cruise.
I hate when you stop somewhere and then they're like, all right, time to go. Like, I'm having fun. I'm not ready to go. Like, I can't have somebody telling me what to do, man.
Yeah.
And
Send,
you can
send
say,
the chopper to pick me up later.
They're floating islands. Nah, man, I'm good. 3 weeks? I can nah. 5 days? Maybe be the most I can do.
Maybe.
Like I can see if you they have like the Greek ones or something like, or the ones that they have over there, the Viking cruise where they you go, because everything's really close there.
Yes, and
so
that's
you
Europe.
see land. Yeah, you see land all the time, or you go in between wherever, like Italy and the top of
Amsterdam and places like that. No, I
can do that.
I understand
New Zealand?
that a little bit more. New Zealand
Bro,
to the U.S.
They can't even come get you, man.
Yeah, isn't that like if you watch Castaway? Isn't that like where the FedEx plane went down?
Yeah, bro, they can't even get. They can't even get you.
Wasn't he flying to like the Philippines?
They gonna come get you from Samoa? Like what the hell we doing, man? Moana gonna come save me? Hell no, brother. I'm good on all that.
I'll pass.
Yeah, that's a hard pass. Your brother is a brave man.
I don't, and he's never been a big cruise guy before. Like I think he's been on like maybe one or two.
Must have been some hell of a special.
I don't know. I'm like, are you really understand what you're doing?
I hope
here?
you have a journal. I hope you have a journal. He's like, this was a reflection of life, where he's about to write a book or something.
He's as lazy as I am. There's no interest in that.
Captain's log. He
was a big Star Trek guy.
Day 17 of nothing but stars and lights.
Water.
Right, you see nothing but the reflection of the moon on the damn thing.
That's the other thing. At least if you're going into a vacation situation and you can't predict the weather, I know, all right, at the very worst, if I go somewhere, I'm staying inside. At the very worst. If I go on a boat and I can't predict the weather, like, I do not need to be swaying back and forth. I do not need that at all. You want to see me throwing up over the side?
What month is it? Right, like, what happens? Like, you just got to deal with it. Ain't no getting off.
I think he's going like next month. I think it's like, I'm not sure. I got to check.
Is it winter? It's summer?
It's going to be summer down there.
Right, because Australia and all that stuff. Okay.
Right. But I'll pass. I do not need to be throwing up over the side of the boat.
It ain't nothing they can do for you, brother.
No.
Sedate your ass. That's all. Because there ain't no getting off. Ain't no dopamine. Ain't none of that. You just that.
No.
Just, all right.
The Dramamine ain't saving me.
Yeah.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, 800-919-3776 on the Knicks, on Cat, on the Jets raising season ticket prices for the 5th consecutive year. All of it is on the table for you on 880 ESPN and on the ESPN New York app.
YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education with grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now, ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
The Knicks last night, just disappointing. I don't want to get too out of whack. It's obviously way too early in the season, and we're still trying to figure out what this offense is going to look like. But I'm still bothered by Cat. And I want to bring back that soundbite earlier from Mike Brown, talking about how the offense and Cat need to go together, because there is a lot that is said, if you're really paying attention, in this one soundbite. Mr. Bauer, if you wouldn't mind hitting that bite, because I want to make sure I'm playing the right one. Mike Brown talking about Cat that you played earlier in audio files.
I promise you, if we do the things that we're talking about offensively in terms of our staples, Cat's going to be more than fine. He's going to be more than fine. But whatever comes his way that night, whatever comes Jalen's way that night, whatever comes OG's way that night, they just got to embrace it. But we got to play with a little bit of pace, all of us individually. And I've talked to Cat about it. One of the things that is hard, or it's hard on us or him as an individual, is if you don't play with pace in certain areas, then you're going to get denied, pushed out, and now you're catching way out on the floor. Cat's got to figure out how to play with a little bit of pace. And he doesn't have to be Ariel or Mitch or anything like that. A little bit of pace within what we do, so now he can catch and he can make quick decisions with the basketball.
It's about the nicest way you can say you're not in shape. Get up and down the floor.
He say we don't need him to be Mitch. Mitch bigger than him.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Mitch beating him down the floor and playing with pace, but he can't play with pace. What are we saying? Who is he, the fat kid?
It sounds like what you're saying. It sounds like you need to get up in shape and you need to get up and down the floor, and we'll reward you if you get down the floor.
Right, but when you come down and you're not playing with pace, he said need to play with a little bit of pace.
In other words, you ain't giving it at all.
Right. So if you're not even to the level when you're playing with a little bit of pace, you playing with no pace. That's why you ain't getting no touches.
Cat after the game is saying all the right things. That's fine. What I cannot continue to take is the dumb fouls, just remarkably dumb fouls. And it's all stuff that we have seen for a long, long time, especially second half of last year. And as I said before, it's always funny when you get new announcers in the booth and they're reacting to that for the first time and seeing it, as you have Crawford and Reggie last night. What are you doing that for? Oh, my God, that's just completely unnecessary. Just killing him on it.
He can't help himself.
But, like, why can't you help yourself? Is it because you're not in position?
Because he's not in shape. Like, okay, remember early this year, may have been the second game of the year. It was the Lakers versus the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And Luka, as per Golden State's request, got switched off on Steph Curry, meaning they're searching up that matchup. And Curry, and if anybody don't know what I'm talking about, just kind of Google it. It may still be out there. Steph Curry hit him with like 20 different moves, and he stayed right there in front of him, laterally, backwards, forwards, and ultimately Steph threw up some bull crap, and it was a bad shot, and it went off. But when the analysts were talking about it and describing the play, they said, this is exactly what we were talking about. Luka getting in shape wasn't for his offense. It was for his defense. And look at the difference him being in shape gave him the energy to be able to react to every move that Steph Curry was making and be in great position because he was fundamentally sound, because he had the cardio to do it. That's what we're talking about with Cat. We wondered, would he come back with that commitment, because that was what we were talking about. Him trying to switch all the time. You switch it all the time because you're not in shape. So when Mike Brown talks about just play with a little pace and the ball will find you, that also goes on the defensive side of the ball, right? Because you grab and stuff and you do lazy things, whatever sport it is, whether it's football, we say all the time, fatigue can make cowards of us all. And when you're tired, you're going to do things because you're just lazy, because you not have the conditioning, and your mind gets weak. So that's exactly what he's talking about, and that's exactly what's going on with Cat. He has to get in premier shape. Remember, Draymond came in fat and chubby. And remember a couple years ago, the general manager said that Draymond it was like maybe 5 years ago. He's like, Draymond got to get in shape. And Draymond lost like 12 pounds during the year.
Mm-hmm.
When is Cat going to have that awakening?
Well,
realize that he has to be a defensive presence as well.
All right, well, there's a couple of things that I'm curious about with this. Obviously, this is a conversation that they had to have had with him at some point earlier this offseason about being here and being ready and being in shape. Maybe they didn't, just assuming you're a professional, that's what you're going to do. That's obviously strike one. So you're saying it now. How is Cat going to hear this? Is Cat going to respond to it in a very positive way, or is he still going to continue to sulk because he has heard his name in the trade rumors, especially when it comes to Giannis? And by the way, last night, you didn't really do anything to make anybody feel bad about your plight. Like, if you want to go and stick it to them and say, no, you shouldn't be trading me from Giannis because, and this is not true, even if he thinks he is, one of the greatest shooting big men of all time, I'll bring you Dirk Nowitzki first, but you want to talk about that, if you're all those things, then go prove it.
Yeah.
Don't shoot 2 for 12 last night and basically take the night off in a lot of ways. So, which Cat is going to respond, and what's that going to look like?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you try to get in shape. It takes longer to get in shape during the season when you don't start off in training camp and, the physical pounds are there. It's always easier to get in shape, even if you do it the wrong way. Like, did you see Zion dunk on Wembanyama?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Zion's in shape. We've been saying the same thing about Zion for years. Like, when are you going to – listen, you have the talent. The talent sets the floor. The heart sets the ceiling. Right? And so when is Cat going to say, when is he going to have that I'm the best in the country, I'm the best in the world year where he's like in the greatest shape of your life? We've watched Giannis. Giannis was different, right? Giannis was damn near a malnourished, undersized guy from Greece, right? And we knew that he didn't have the nutrition because he didn't grow up with money and the resources. Do you see what he looks like now? That's what tells everybody. We say the same thing about Anthony Davis. I remember Allen used to hate the fact that Anthony Davis was never in shape. He's saying that's why he gets these soft tissue injuries, because he's not in shape. He's not running. He's not in shape. So Anthony Davis, Karl-Anthony Towns, kind of the same thing. When are you going to take that elite? When are you going to get in that elite shape? See, that's the thing. Shape is something that you don't have to be talented to do.
This is
Patrick Beverley, Dennis Rodman are examples of guys who willed themselves to have great careers. Well, not so great with Beverley and Rodman. Two different things, but you know what I'm saying.
This is year 11, man. You're 29 years old.
Yeah.
Like, if there's never going to be one of those years, I'm not going to sit here and profess that I remember him coming out in unbelievable shape in Minnesota at any point.
Nope.
But if you're ever going to have one of those years, why wouldn't it be like right now?
Right. 2 years before you scheduled to maybe make $60-65 million a year.
I don't get it. I just
But you understand what I'm saying? That was the same frustration. And listen, Luka got the message early. But that's why Dallas moved on from him.
Yeah.
Because he was always out of shape. And that's when the soft tissue injury. So they was like, man, we're not going to give you this type of money. You can go. Because we know eventually you're going to be hurt and you're not going to be available. So
it was still stupid on their part.
Minnesota did the same thing. It was stupid, but if Anthony Davis, and when they come back and they lucked into Cooper Flag.
Yep.
So if they get a championship out of it, I'm sure, better be lucky than good, because they got Cooper Flag in a year where they got a generational talent. How they won that draft with what their record was.
We know how they won that draft.
Right. but you know what I'm saying? But when Kyrie comes back and Lively.
Was Terry Rozier picking the balls?
You know what I'm saying? With Lively, all that stuff, they found the way. They got lucky.
Look, I cannot for a moment imagine having this be the storyline all season long with Cat. And yet right now, after last night, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
I'm really afraid that could be the thing that ultimately holds them back. All right, that does it for us. Michael K. is coming up next. What has Michael got on today? Big show, big time program. You know he does either way. Guest-wise, anything? Just pure K. Just Lupica. Just pure K. Once again, Lupica will be there unless he has somebody more important to talk to.
Do we call him Special K?
No, we don't.
Like the cereal.
Like the cereal. Well, Michael is always
nutritious. It's nutritious for you.
He's always going to bring it, and you know he will today.
It'll keep you regular.
And he is up next.
High in fiber.
Michael K. He'll keep you regular. We're out.
It's NBA tip-off week, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. So even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks,